should be live, and now I should get a notification from YouTube that we are live right now. Okay, so we should be good. It should be kicking on here in just a second here. So double checking a couple of things on my end. If y'all got that notification, let me know. If you didn't, then what I'll do is I'll just have one of my guys just post it in a link in on Facebook, and it goes from there to one time that YouTube decides to act weird on our end here. So let me double check. Looks like we should be good to go. Okay, so let me see something real quick. Okay, so are we good? Okay, we're good. All right, thank you, Aaron. That we're good now on YouTube here. Okay, so kind of go back to what we were talking about before. Let's go back over to this area of rotation. There's actually, matter of fact, there's a new tornado warning now. Looks like it's going to go for Benton County. Especially there's a new one. There it is. So there's another tornado warning up here. So now we have a tornado warning in Arkansas that's going to go for our folks up here in Benton County here. So there's an area of rotation just southwest of Maysville, moving northeast here. This tornado warning is going to go until 6 p.m. this evening here. So let's talk about that real quickly. As I mentioned before, the Solomon Springs camera is going to watch that tornadic storm down there. That's going to kind of give us a visual on what's going on here, kind of watch this storm closely. And we have another storm just to the north and north and west of that camera here up here in Benton County, which we can kind of take a look at real quickly here. So the area of rotation here looks like it is going to be near County Road 393, just south of the Maysville area, west of the community of Decatur. This is over here in northwestern Arkansas. So those that are coming in, kind of wondering where this is at right now, I want to stress this is in northwestern Arkansas. This is not in central. This is not in Little Rock or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I have a sky cam in Little Rock for those that are wondering what's going on here in the metro. Nothing major is going on here right now. Things are calm here up there in northwestern Arkansas. This is where the tornado warnings are starting to pile up here in northwestern Arkansas. So anyone in these areas, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. Give me just 1 second. Let me go ahead and take a look at this real quickly here. So that's going to be, I'll put a track for about 30 miles per hour. So it's going to be for the Gravette area and also Bella Vista. Make sure you take your tornado precautions. As a matter of fact, if one of y'all can do me a big favor and hang on. I'm not sure what's going on here. Give me a second. I just got tabbed to something. Hang on. One second. Okay. So yeah, so we're live. We're good. Making sure that we're good. Is everything good on the moderator side? Because I know Lori said there was an echo. So I'll double check a couple things here. I'm good on my end, but I will make sure that we don't have any issues going on right now. So we should be good to go. Okay, so you guys said there was an echo. So what's going on here? I don't know if is it on stream or is it on? Hey, Aaron, Lori, you guys saying there's an echo? Is it on the stream or? Oh, okay. So it's a Discord sheet. Okay, all right. So just wanted to make sure because I didn't know if I don't have comments pulled up, so I didn't know if there was an echo issue on my end or not. But right now, this is what we've got ongoing at this point. We've got a tornado warning up here in northwestern Arkansas near Benton County, and then we have another tornado warning down here that's not officially in Arkansas right now, but it is moving into Washington County and also moving into Benton County at this current point. So let's go ahead and look at the normal way that you would look at rotation here. Not normal way you look at rotation. Normal way you look at the radar here. And there's a couple of supercells moving in. There's your area of rotation southwest of that camera or just to the west of Perry Grove. And then you've got the other area of rotation up here just to south of the community of Maysville, moving towards the Gravette area and the Bella Vista area here. So if you know anyone in these areas, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. And put as many walls between yourself and outside as possible. And get to that lowest, most center part of your home immediately at this current time here. Okay, so let's zoom this out. All right, let's kind of reset here on what's going on here. So everywhere else across the state is good to go right now. Okay, if you're watching this in central Arkansas, northeastern Arkansas, southern Arkansas, etc., you're good to go right now here. Matter of fact, what I'll do here is this to kind of fix that echo issue. I'll just mute myself on here. So everywhere else across the state is good to go across the board. This is only for our folks up here in northwestern Arkansas right now. This is why we're live, kind of going over this tornado warning up here in northwestern Arkansas. If you guys could do me a big favor and share this live stream, get this live stream, you get this information now. That way, folks that are up here in northwestern Arkansas can kind of get a heads up on what's going on, and et cetera here. Everywhere else downstream, these storms will be moving in later on this evening into the night. I do want to stress, I made this video about an hour or so ago. These storms have slowed down. What had looked like this was going to be a late afternoon, evening, now has turned into an evening, even a potential overnight threat for us here in Arkansas. So we're going to have to watch the situation closely. There should be a line of storms that move through across the area here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we move into the night and into this evening and into tonight here. Okay, so let's go ahead, zoom down into northwestern Arkansas. This is what we've got. Okay, so the tornado warning in effect until 6 o'clock this evening for northwestern Benton County and southeastern Delaware County until 6 p.m. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles southwest of Maysville, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour here. Okay, so hang on. Guys, the reason why I'm muted is because you guys are talking in the chat that there's an echo. So I'm either muted or I'm unmuted. Tell me what I need to do here. So that's the reason I muted myself, because you guys said there was an echo. So I'm not sure what's going on here. But just let me know. Okay. So, right now, let me double check a couple of things here, but I haven't seen any reports of anything on the ground, anything outside of the tornado warning in northeastern Oklahoma. The one to the north and west, I haven't said anything. I haven't seen anything if there's any reports or anything like that. I'll double check with John real quickly here. So let me double check a couple of things here. So John's going to be online shortly. There's that tornado warning he was talking about. So right now, I haven't seen anything in terms of reports, but I will keep an eye on that. But anywhere in this point, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Up here in northwestern Arkansas, this is the Decatur area, Bella Vista. This is just to the west and northwest of the the town of Springdale. So if you're watching this right now in Springdale, if sirens are going off up here, I want to stress, especially by folks in Rogers, this is not moving towards that area. This is going to be to your west, into your northwest. And I also want to stress as well, because we have this issue, this little flock up here, not Little Rock. Little Rock is way down here in central Arkansas. This is Little Flock. There's an F, not an R. So those that are looking at that right now are getting confused. That's not Little Rock, I promise you. That's just a town up here in northwestern Arkansas. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the area of rotation here. Right now, it looks like it is now crossed over. That's going to be Beaver Road up here. That is south and east of the community of Maysville, or just to the northwest of Decatur, moving northeast here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a new track on this storm here. I'm going to clear this off, get things kind of reset real quickly here. There's going to be your track right here. So that's going to be it, moving to the northeast. Bella Vista and also the Gravette area. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible, and get to the lowest, most center part of your home immediately at this current time. This is showing a good amount of rotation up here. Let's go ahead and go to your rotation strength real fast here. Right now, it is on what we call the weak side of things here, but I don't want you guys being deceived by that. I want you guys, if there's a tornado warning in place, you go ahead, you get to your shelters immediately at this time here, okay? And further to the south, this tornado warning, which I'm fully expecting, by the way, for an additional tornado warning to get issued for our folks over here. That's going to be in Washington County and southwestern Benton County here. This one is not in the state just yet, but this one has had a radar-confirmed tornado which was just to the west of the community of Cincinnati, or west of the community of Summers, southwest of the Skycam, which you guys, like I said before, are seeing live, visually, real time, watching that storm coming into Arkansas here. So this one is not officially in the state just yet. This one kind of triggered the live stream here because of the fact of it was so close to the border. We went on ahead and kind of give you guys a live stream. That way you guys had a heads up notice here. But the further one to the north, we're going to have to keep an eye on here. So folks up here in northwestern Arkansas, what I would do right now, like I said before, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Folks are getting off of work. Folks are trying to get, dinner plans in order and all that stuff, trying to get ready for the evening. I would, if I'm traveling right now, I would definitely make sure that you're scouting where you're going, etc. That could be a gas station, restaurant, grocery store, etc. Tornado warning gets issued, get to those buildings. If you're at home, I would go ahead, get that safe spot ready to go. Make sure that you guys are, watching, watching the radar closely, keeping an eye on the warnings and stuff like that. And if a warning gets issued, you go ahead and you get into shelter immediately here, guys. Okay, so my folks up here, Bella Vista, the Gravette area, make sure that you're taking your tornado precautions immediately. We now have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning tornado possible. With this now, this is going to go for much of Benton County and much of Washington County up here and northwestern Arkansas. And another thing I want to stress too as well, because this is a thing that typically gets ignored, the damaging wind potential with this storm. 70-mile-per-hour winds, regardless if this thing produces a tornado or not. So please keep that in mind for those that are outside, have any outdoor plans, etc. I would most definitely make sure that you're keeping an eye on that potential here. Now, I'm getting concerned further to the north here. What we're going to do is we're going to clear this track off. Looks like we've got a new scan that just came in. Good amount of strong rotation now over the Gravette area, moving towards the Bella Vista area. So anyone in these areas, if you're under this tornado warning right now, you need to be seeking your tornado precautions, mainly get away from windows, put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, get to that lowest, most center part of your home immediately at this current time here. One of my moderators, I know we got one in the general chat that lives up here. If you can give her a heads up, tell her to go ahead and get in the shelter, that would be amazing. You guys know who I'm talking about is in the general chat, but if y'all can give her that heads up, that would be awesome. But it looks like we got that strong area of rotation now right over the Gravette area. Let's go over to our detection here. It looks like there's that area of rotation right just to the west of the Gravette area, moving towards the Bella Vista area. So anyone in this part of the state, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. I mean, when we talk about that, the center, most interior part of your home, that could be a closet, that could be a bathroom, that could be a kid's room, etc. But I would definitely get there as quickly as possible here. And I want to stress this too as well. You guys are on the right side of the screen. You're looking at the camera up here in northwestern Arkansas. This is Solemn Springs in northwestern Arkansas. I stressed this earlier. You got to know where you live. You got to know your counties. You got to know your cities, etc. Because a lot of folks will come in the live stream asking where this is and stuff like that. We have this information on the live, guys. We're talking about the storms up here in northwestern Arkansas. If you need information for central Arkansas, take a look just to on my right side. There's a sky cam here in Little Rock. Nothing's going on here in central Arkansas or anywhere else. This is in northwestern Arkansas right now here. So I'm just trying to reassure a lot of people right now that are coming in trying to figure out where this tornado warning is right now. It is going to be up here in northwestern Arkansas. Okay, so the Bella Vista area, Benton County. Take your tornado precautions immediately. Let's go ahead and zoom down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this at a tilt and zoom this out so you guys kind of see both warnings at the same time. So there's a tornado warning up here in Benton County. That's going to go towards the Bella Vista area. And then we've got the other area of rotation just to the west of the community of Cincinnati, or southwest of our Skycam at Joint Forces K9 group. And that one is moving to the northeast here. So like I said before, that's the reason we have that camera on the right side. So we kind of take a look at the storm to the north. That's tornado warning, and we're also keeping an eye on this storm that's coming out from Oklahoma that will be capable of producing a tornado as well here, guys. Okay, so right now I'll double check the moderator chat real quickly here. Looks like we got a new mesoscale discussion here. Looks like severe threat likely to increase over the next few hours. Tornadoes, large hail, and wind damage is possible. That's going to go for our folks up here in northwestern Arkansas and southwest Missouri. SPC has now highlighted this particular storm up here in the Bella Vista area for the potential of a strong tornado now. So we're going to have to watch that very closely. My folks in Bella Vista, get to shelter immediately. Don't try to find this yourself. Don't try to look for it or anything like that. You got to get to your safe spots now. Let the professionals handle it. We will let you guys know if this thing touches down or not. You do us a big favor and you go ahead and get to your safe spots immediately at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt the Skycam just a little bit to the left here, and I'm keeping an eye on this storm that's coming out from Oklahoma. So you guys are looking from the camera itself, you're looking southwest to this storm here. So if you were at the perspective of this camera, you're looking, give me 1 second, you're looking in this direction here. Okay, you're looking straight into the rotation itself. Right now here, coming out from Oklahoma, moving into northwestern Arkansas. If it wasn't a lot of cloud cover in place, you would actually be able to see the mesocyclone and everything like that here. So we're going to keep an eye on that, like watching that situation very closely. We're also watching this storm up here in, like I said, for Benton County, just to the west of the community of Bella Vista up here. Anybody that's traveling right now, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Let me go ahead and zoom down. I'm not trying to have my marker up. Let's zoom down. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do here as well is I'm going to pull up some highways, because I just realized I did not have my highways ready to go here. Okay, so this one is going to be, that's going to be right over the community of Gravette. Let's see, that's Highway 72 up here. That's going to be Highway 549. There's Highway 71. There's Interstate 49 over here. So the area of rotation right now just crossed over Highway 449 up here, and northwestern Arkansas is just to the west of Bella Vista. And folks, if you're in Bella Vista right now, or you know anybody that's traveling on 71 that runs out of Arkansas up into southwestern Missouri, they need to be taking their tornado precautions immediately. These storms, by the way, another thing that I want to throw out as well, they are hauling, moving northeast at 60 plus miles per hour here. Okay, so I want to stress right now, make sure that if you're watching this storm here, don't lollygag around. Make sure that you're taking your tornado precautions immediately here. Looks like we just lost the Solemn Springs camera here. Hopefully they did not take another power hit. I'm curious if they did. Let me double check and make sure. Looks like we did. Yep, looks like we did. Once again, looks like we just took another power hit up here. And keep in mind, this just came back online. So looks like it's online via our end. I'll double check and make sure. Looks like it's still trying to establish a connection here. So I'll get with them and make sure. If not, then that's fine. What we'll do is we'll have the Little Rock Skycam up here. But looks like what happened is kind of similar to what happened yesterday. 70 plus mile per hour winds moved through. That's going to lead to power outage. Power outage means we don't have a Skycam. So just kind of keep that in mind here. That's kind of one of the reasons why we tell you guys, make sure that you're taking your tornado precautions to be in here. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm still pulling data. Temperature 73, dew point 70. I'm still pulling data from this. So we're going to see if it comes back online or not. Let me double check a couple of things here. So if it's offline, let me see something real quick. Let me see something real fast. I bet it got knocked offline. I bet it did. Okay, so it's not pulling. Yeah, it's not pulling any data right now. So, oh, never mind. We're back up. We're back up and running. Okay, so there we go. All right, so looks like it was just temporarily, but looks like we're back up and going here. Looks like you can start to see the rotation with that storm here. On the Skycam real fast here. Let's take a look at that real quickly here. So not taking anything away from the tornado warning up here in Benton County. What I'll do is I'll kind of tilt this so we can kind of look at both perspectives of the storm. Looks like that area of rotation is starting to get going. There should be an additional tornado warning that gets issued kind of downstream. That does include our folks that are traveling right now on Highway 59, Highway 244, etc. here. So we're going to watch this situation very closely. Looks like the camera is having some issues here, kind of going back and forth right now here. Hopefully we don't lose it again, but this is 70 plus mile per hour winds moving through the area, so we'll have to keep an eye on it here. But regardless, anybody that's traveling right now, that's going to be on Highway 59. Also over here, I thought I had this pulled up. Give me 1 second. There we go. Highway 244, Highway 59 over here. That's going to be the area of rotation just to the west of the community of Cincinnati. Make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, and get to that lowest, most center part of your home immediately at this time here. Okay, so it looks like I'm double checking a couple of things here. I'm not sure if we're still getting, let me do something real quick. All right, let me refresh that because I know it's going in and out. That's the problem here. There's the connections, because they just got the power back on up here in Northwest Arkansas. So the connection is kind of going in and out right now here. But it looks like, I want to say right now here, because this is the reason why we tell you guys, don't try to go look for the tornado itself, because this is a mess. You're not going to really see a good area of rotation or anything like that until it's right on top of you. So we'll keep an eye on it here. Looks like we are still online. Looks like we're fully online now. with this sky cam here. What I will do as well is I will zoom down, kind of take a look at that storm here, kind of look at this from this perspective here. Okay, so I want to say if that's going to be your base, it's going to be right there. If that's going to be your base area, like I mentioned before, it is messy. You're not going to see one of these huge tornadoes or anything like that. It's just going to be a tornado that's going to be heavily rain wrapped. So that's why if you're in this area here up here in northwestern Arkansas, make sure that you're seeking shelter immediately here. Now let's take a look at the storm up here. Looks like the area of rotation is now moving out of Benton County. I'm going to keep an eye on this up here. The tornado warning still remains in effect until 6 o'clock this evening. Folks up here in the Bella Vista area, make sure that you're getting into your safe spots now. Don't try to go out and see this tornado for yourself. Make sure that you're getting into your safe spots immediately at this point. Okay, now we have a brand new tornado warning that has just been issued. It is going to go until 6:30. It now does include our folks that are in the Springdale area over towards the Joint Forces K9 Group, Skycam, etc. here. So what we're going to do, like I mentioned before, not taking anything away from our folks up here in the Bella Vista area, but we have 2 tornado warnings in place. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to clear this off, and I'm going to put a new track on this storm here. So that's going to be right here, and we're going to take it to the northeast here. I'm going to clock it right around 40 miles per hour here. So Cincinnati is coming at you within the next 4 minutes. The Tonytown area coming at you is 6:13, Elm Springs 6:16, Cave City 6:21, Springdale 6:21, the Lowell area around 6:24, Rogers 6:28, Perry Creek 6:36, and the African area right around 6:37 this evening here. So folks, if you know anyone in these areas, make sure that they're seeking shelter immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, and get that lowest, most center part of your home immediately at this time. We are watching this storm very closely here. I want to stress this is our sky cam up here, courtesy of Joint Forces K9 Group. If y'all can do me a big favor, one of my guys, can you post his Facebook page in the comments? Go check him out, because if it wasn't for his company, we wouldn't be able to kind of look at this via radar and from the sky. So if y'all can go check him out, that would be amazing. Quick shout out to Robert up there. He does an amazing job up there. Thank y'all so much for getting us this camera up here in northwestern Arkansas. It's strictly for events like this here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna turn this camera ever so slightly this way here, so that way we can kind of keep an eye on this area of rotation here. So right now, if you're in this tornado warning and you're trying to go outside and see the tornado for yourself, this is what you're going to get met with. You're not going to see it. It is heavily rain wrapped, etc. The biggest thing I want to stress to you guys right now is get to your safe spots immediately here. Okay, that's the biggest thing I want to stress, is get to your safe spots. That's the one thing that you could do in a situation like this. If you are traveling right now, I know sirens are probably going off in the Springdale area. Anybody that's traveling on Interstate 49 right now, I would definitely find a gas station, a grocery store, a restaurant. Get there immediately here, guys. I want to stress that right now here, okay? So the tornado warning is in effect for this area up here in northwestern Arkansas. Let's go ahead and kind of go back over here. And what I'm going to do here, like I said before, not taking anything away from my folks up here in the Bella Vista area here. If you're in the tornado warning up here as well, get to safety immediately here. Another thing I want to stress too as well is if we have multiple tornado warnings in place, don't wait for us to go over a certain tornado warning. If your phone is going off, common sense should tell you, get to shelter. Okay, when we talk about getting to shelter, that's getting away from the windows, that's putting as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, and getting to that center, most interior part of your home immediately at this time. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do, if you guys can stand by for just a minute, what I'm going to do here is this, and I'm going to see if I can do this. Let's see, because that's going to be it. Give me just a second here, okay? So that's going to be Skycam there. So that, I need to move that. Matter of fact, I'll take this off for just a little bit, and I want to do this. Give me one second, guys, because I'm figuring out some stuff right now, because I know there's a lot of people start coming in that don't know where to go when a tornado warning gets issued. So I'm gonna fix that real fast. So give me just a second here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here, and I'm gonna see if I can get that graphic up, because that is very important information I want you guys to know. So give me just a minute here, and I will get that information for you guys. So Should be coming up here shortly. There we go. All right, so let me do this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this right here, and I'm gonna leave the sky cam up so you guys kind of see what's going on, and I'm gonna make my radar a little bigger so that way you guys kind of watch the radar, you guys can watch the sky cam, and you get the information that you guys need to know. So there we go. And we're going to go back over to here so you guys kind of see what's going on here. So now you have me, you have the sky cam, you have the radar, and you have your tornado safety tips here, guys. Okay, so this is very important. If you get put under a tornado warning, this is something that you need to know regarding it. Okay, so this is going to be your sky cam in Little Rock. I'm going to go ahead and put this back up real fast here. Give me just a second. I'm not sure what happened there. All right, let me see here. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Give me 1 second, guys. Should be pulling up. Nope, that's the wrong one. I knew that was the wrong one. So, yep, that's gonna be it. There we go. So there's the header for that one. And we're gonna do this. You guys give me just a second. And put it right there. Okay, so we're good. All right, so I've got the sky cam up in Little Rock now. I'm gonna move this over here so that way you guys kind of get the visual on what's going on. And what I'm going to do here as well is this. Give me just a second. Okay, and there we go. All right, so that should take care of that. There we go. So there's the sky cam in Little Rock. Got the sky cam in Solomon Springs. And now we have the tornado safety tips on here as well. So you guys kind of get a full course bill on what's going on right now here. Okay, so just for a downstream warning, just south of the McAllister, Oklahoma area, an observed tornado now down there, and is moving northeast here. So let me zoom this out. That is going to be right here. So this one's going to be moving northeast. So this will be something that we will have to watch downstream as well. Thank you so much, Chandler, for letting me know about that. So right now, our entire focus is going to be for our folks up here in Northwest Arkansas. This is going to be the storm of the hour. This is what we're going to be talking about up here. This is the area of rotation. So, folks, if you're watching this right now, if you live in the community of Cincinnati, if you live on Highway 15, take your tornado precautions now. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to yourself and the outside as possible. Get to that most interior part of your home immediately at the current time here. Okay, so I'm going to double check a couple of things. Looks like we're good. If y'all can let me know, by the way, in Discord, if we get any reports or anything like that, let me know. I'll double check a couple of things right now here. Okay, so let me see here. I haven't seen anything so far. Let me go to the reports and everything like that. We've got John on here, so I'll get John on here as well. So give me just a minute, and let me see. Looks like we're good to go here. Okay, so let me double check a couple of things here. So give me 1 second. Let me do this. So that's gonna be. Hang on. I'm brain farting over here. So let me get him this link real quick. Okay, so matter of fact, let me do this. Okay. All right. So we got John on board. John's gonna be joining us, coming up here in just a second. Once I get him in the other server here, I can pull him up on air so that way he can hear me, and he'll be relaying information from the National Weather Service, etc. here. So right now, area of rotation, let's go ahead and let's go back over here, and let's go ahead and put the area of rotation here, put a track on this. I'm gonna clock at about 30 miles per hour here. So it's gonna go right over to Skycam at 603 pretty much within the next 10 minutes. It's gonna go right over to Skycam. And then it's going to be moving towards the Rogers, Lowell area, Springdale, Tonytown. Anyone in these areas, make sure you take your tornado precautions. As a matter of fact, I want to point your attention just for a second. If one of my guys, if y'all can get John in here, that would be great. I don't know if he's in here or not. If he can get in here quickly, that would be great, because there he is. All right, so if he can join the live coverage deal, that'd be awesome here, because what I'm seeing on our Skycam is a wall cloud, and I'm gonna zoom down real closely here, guys, and I want to make sure that we have our Skycam up here. Yeah, that is 1000% a wall cloud. We have a wall cloud on air here, guys. Okay, so you're seeing this live on air. There's John. John, give me just 1 second, man, and I will get you on air. That way you can kind of feed in information from us from the National Weather Service here. So give me just a second. Let me do something real quickly here. So let me go ahead and see if you are in our, are you in our server just yet? No, you're not. Okay, so give me just a bit and I'll get this information sent to you real quickly here. Yeah, that is definitely a wall cloud. We have a wall cloud on air via our Skycam up here in northwestern Arkansas. So folks, if you are watching this right now, you need to get to shelter immediately here. That is 1000% a wall cloud. John, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send you an image. If you can get this over to the National Weather Service, that would be amazing. I don't know if, can you hear me, by the way? Let me make sure, can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me or not. Okay, I don't know if he's in here or not just yet here, but I'm going to get you an image, and I want you to send this to the National Weather Service up here in Tulsa, because this is 1000% a wall cloud up here at this current time here. So give me just a second here. Let me go over, I'm going to have to refresh this. Give me just a bit. And yeah, that is 1000% a wall cloud. Yeah, we've got a wall cloud live on air. Let me go ahead and capture this real fast and send this over to John so he can get this to the National Weather Service real quickly, guys. Okay, so there we go. Let me tag him real fast. Okay, so basically what's going on here, guys, is we have a wall cloud on air. This is looking into the area of rotation here. So I'm gonna do this. Let me go ahead and kind of show you guys visually what's going on. So you're looking at the rotation itself right now via our Skycam up here in northwestern Arkansas. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do this. Let me see if I can draw on the screen, if it's going to let me do it. I'm not sure if it is or not. Where is my mouse? There it is. All right, so let me draw on the screen real quickly here, and let me see if I can get this pulled up on here. So let me see. There we go. All right, awesome. Okay, so you guys are watching this right now live on air, okay? We have a area of rotation here. Looks like it is going to be, let me get my pen lined out real fast. Looks like the rotation is going to be right here. Okay, so that's going to be your wall cloud right here. You're looking at it live, right on air. That is going to be your wall cloud moving in. That is moving right towards the camera here. So anybody that is watching this right now in this tornado warning, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to yourself in the outside as physically possible here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn this camera ever so slightly to the left here. I'm not sure if it did it or not. Okay, let me see something real quickly here. So there we go. Okay, I may have gone too far. Okay, I did. So so what's going on here? It's lagging up because of the connectivity issues here. So give me just a bit. Let me do something real fast. Let me go to the southwest view, and it's going to be coming up here in just a second here, guys. Okay, so give it just a second here. Like I said before, with them just now getting their power returned back up here, we should be able to kind of look and see what's going on. So it's gonna do this. I meant to put it southwest view. I'm not sure what happened there. Let me do this. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said before, we're having some technical issues here with the Skycam because like I said before, the power just got turned back on. So I'm gonna move this ever so slightly to the left, and I'm gonna see if it will catch up with me here. So, all right, I just need it right there. Perfect. Okay, so now for those that are watching this, okay, so that way we can kind of keep an update on what's going on. This is going to be your rotation, okay? So this is why I'm trying to get this camera pointed at the right direction. This is going to be it. That's going to be your wall cloud. So if that drops a tornado, you're going to see it live on air on the Skycam up here in northwestern Arkansas, because there's your ring-free base. It's going to be right here. So your wall cloud is literally right on the horizon. So folks, if you are watching this right now, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls to yourself and the outside as possible, and get to the lowest level of your home immediately at this current time here. So yeah, this is your wall cloud up here in northwestern Arkansas. You are watching this live on air via the Skycam up here in Joint Forces K9 Group. This is going to be your wall cloud up here in northwestern Arkansas. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I think the connectivity should be fine now. I'm going to point it just a little bit. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to zoom down. So that way you guys kind of see that wall cloud visually here. And like I said, for a quick shout out to Hascams for this camera. You're watching the situation very closely. It looks like we do have a base. Looks like if there were to be a tornado, if it does develop, it's going to be right in here. I wish there was a way that I could turn the brightness down just a little bit. I'm not sure if it's going to let me do it or not. I think that might just be for the image. If it does produce a tornado, it's going to be right in here, folks. So if you're watching this right now live on air, this is our sky cam up here in Northwest Arkansas, Solid Springs. The area of rotation is going right over our sky cam up here in Northwestern Arkansas. So if it produces a tornado, it is going to be right in here. Give me 1 second. It's going to be right in here. If it produces a tornado, it's going to be right here. So folks, that are watching this right now in Tonytown, M Springs, Cave Springs, Lowell, Rogers, this should be your first heads up. Get to your safe spot immediately here. Get away from windows, put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, and get to that most interior part of your home immediately at this time. Newest scan, by the way, looks like the area of rotation is, literally right over the camera here. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to kind of move it a little bit to the right, just ever so slightly, and I'm going to zoom this out so you guys kind of get a visual on what's going on here. Okay, so you've got your base. Looks like it's trying to produce. Looks like it's trying to produce a tornado up here. We're going to have to watch it very closely here. But for folks that are watching this right now, this is the tornado warning storm. This is the area of rotation. Looks like, is that I don't know if that looks like Scud right now, but we're going to have to watch it very closely. Looks like we may try to have a tornado that may try to touch down up here, and we'll have to keep an eye on that here, guys. So let me see here. Let me go over to our pen tool real quickly here. We're going to keep an eye on this particular deal right here, okay? If that produces, that's going to be the tornado right here. That's going to be your area of rotation here. So we'll keep an eye on that. Looks like you've got a really decent, good inflow tail going into the storm. Here's your circulation, and then we're going to have to watch this. If this touches down, that's going to be your tornado here. So folks that are watching this, if you are this is south and east of Solid Springs, okay? You're looking at this from the perspective of the sky came up here in northwestern Arkansas. This is going to be moving to the north and east here. So if it produces a tornado, I want to stress, if it produces, you're going to see it live on air via our Hascams sky cam up here via Joint Forces K9 group up here in northwestern Arkansas. So if it produces, this is it. This is going to be the issue up here in northwestern Arkansas. So folks that are watching this, I've got the track up. Take your tornado precautions being. If you're watching this from Rogers, from Lowell, from Springdale, from Tonytown, take your tornado precautions now here, guys. You're seeing this live on air. Only here at Arkansas Weather Watchers, you're watching this. And what we're going to do is we're going to zoom this out as much as physically possible. And I'm going to turn this from the southwest view now. Now it's pretty much coming right over the area, right over the camera. Pretty much, it looks like it's going to go probably just to the west. So we're going to switch over to the west view real quickly here. It's going to be coming up here in just a little bit. And you guys are going to watch the overall evolution of this tornadic storm here, guys. Okay, so right now, if you are trying to go outside and see this, there's not a confirmed tornado with this right now, but you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, and get to that lowest center part of your home immediately at this current time here, okay? For those that are wondering, downstream as well, not looking at anything right now in the central Arkansas area or anything like that. This is mainly for our folks up here in northwestern Arkansas, okay? So, yeah, so John, Solid Springs is going to be in the Tulsa area. So NWS Tulsa. Okay. All right. So looks like, let me double check and see if you're in here. You're not in the thing yet. So John, if you could do me a favor and get into that VDO thing so I can pull you up on air. That way you should be good to go there. So yeah, send that to, looks like the National Weather Service in Tulsa. Looks like there was a wall cloud with that particular storm here. So you're watching this very closely. By the way here, so you're you're watching the evolution of the storm, pretty much. You're watching the area of rotation go right over our camera here. I mean, this is, I mean, about as clear as day of the base. You're seeing the area of rotation. Gonna have to watch this closely here. If it produces a tornado, it's going to be right here. So my folks that are downstream from this, the Tonytown area, Lowell, Rogers, anyone that's traveling on Interstate 49 right now, looking southwest towards Rogers here, the northeast towards Rogers, excuse me, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls between yourself and the outside as physically possible here. John, I am getting that information for you right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, and that should be it. Let me go ahead and send that to you real quickly here. So that's going to be that's going to be the information you need. Once you're in, I can bring you up on air, and folks should be able to hear you guys. Okay, so you're watching this, like I said before, in real time. I'm going to go ahead and kind of move this camera ever so slightly so that way you guys can see the base. And I mean, there it is, folks. If there were to be a tornado, it is going to be right here. That is going to be your area of rotation. You got the entire mesocyclone. You've got you've got that wall cloud pretty much set up and ready to go. Looks like it is struggling because there is other storms that are in play right now. But this is going to be it here, folks. And like I said before, just say I can't stress this enough how thankful we are for our folks up here in Joint Forces K9 Group for this. And if you have a business that wants to sponsor a camera like this, please reach out, because this is one of the reasons why we're trying to get this Skycam project for the entire state of Arkansas. So that way, when we have tornado warning coverage, you guys can visibly see this on air, and we'll be able to control the camera and everything like that here. Okay, so right now, by the way, I want to stress this too. This storm is moving fast. I mean, it is now moving. It's moved from pretty much from where it was in Oklahoma. Now it is now moved over the area up here where our Skycam is, and now it is now moving to the north and west here. So I'm having to switch over from the west view. Now we're going to have to watch the northwest view here of the storm, and this is going to be it. So folks that are watching this right now, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Tornado warning still remains in effect here. That's going to go for our folks up here in northwestern Arkansas until 6:30 this evening here. So John, looks like I got you on air. I can see my audio coming through, so if you can get that fixed, I can get you set up on here. So if you give me just a second, and we will get that taken care of here. So it's gonna be here. Let me double check a couple of things. Well, yep, we've got you, John. So give me 1 second, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna try to see if we can get you on there, buddy. All right, there we go. Looks like we got you set up and ready to go, man. So I'm gonna get you a nice name tag and everything. And then we're gonna be good to go here. So give me just a minute. Okay, so looks like perfect. Okay, so I've got you set up there, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get you, like I said before, get you that nice tag, so that way people know who you are. And by the way, I want to stress this too. Yep, yes sir, I can. Let me do something real fast, and I will get you set up and ready to go here. So give me just a second, and I'm having to kind of do stuff on demand real quickly here. Okay, so that's going to be, let's see, there's you, and we've got you set up. Okay, and let's get you that nice tag. Let's get you right here so you guys know who this is. Pretty much this is John. He is our director of media and forecaster here at Arkansas Weather Watchers. He's our bridge between the National Weather Service and our team here, guys. Okay, so, and he's also the guy that's going to be giving you guys any live stream coverage, anything like that, if anything happens over the next couple of days after today here, guys. Okay, so John, looks like I'm still seeing audio coming through on my end, so I'm not sure if you can get that fixed or not. You can hear me? Okay, so can you I'm not sure. If one of my guys let me know, y'all let me know in the comments too. I'm going to turn this on. If y'all hear me, let me know immediately here, and I will turn it off. So, John, we've got you set up here. I'm going to see if we got a new warning that just popped up here. So, new tornado warning has been issued here. That's going to go, that's up here. That's going to be for this storm here just to the west of Benton County. So, that's not in Arkansas just yet. But y'all let me know immediately here if y'all hear me over him. So one of my guys, you know, Lori, Aaron, let me know in the chat if y'all hear me over John, because I don't know if I'm not sure if it looks like I don't know if it's echoing or not. If it is, and John, what you'll have to do is put some headphones in. Looks like you already got them in.
Yeah,
And it
so I mean,
should.
you sound good here, and I don't have any feedback or anything on my side.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, have you heard anything from the National Service in Tulsa regarding this storm, on what they're wanting to do? Because right now it looks like it's there's a rotation here. It looks like it's moving fast. So, did you get that wall cloud sent to them, by the way?
Yes, I got that sent over to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Looks like we don't have any updates on the tornado warning here in Arkansas. We're just watching the storms over here in Oklahoma.
Okay, sounds like a plan here, guys. Okay, so let me see here. Let's go back over to the air rotation. It looks like it's died off for a brief bit. Looks like right now it's kind of going off the edge of our sky cam. So you guys watched in full time on the rotation up here in northwestern Arkansas here. So it looks like it's kind of leaving the area. So we're gonna watch it for the next 15 to 20 minutes, see what it ends up doing here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a brand new track on this. So the area rotation is gonna be right here. And when we talk about this, by the way, so we can kind of reset ourselves. When we talk about the rotation, you're looking at this from the perspective of the radar in Fort Smith. Okay, so the green that you see that is right here. Let me zoom this down so you guys kind of get a visual. Let me go ahead and do this. Okay, so should we kick it back on here just a little bit? So the green that you see, that you did see right here, that's going towards the radar in Fort Smith. So you've got northerly to northwest winds. And then you have the red, that's your southerly to southeasterly winds. And you get the rotation from that. If they're close together, you get the rotation, you get wall cloud, and that's how you get a tornado. So that's what we talk about all the time. When we talk about the rotation detection, that's what we mean. When you see the ongoing winds, with that, your winds going towards and going away, and they kind of meet in the middle. That means you've got rotation in that area, and that's what normally leads to a tornado here. So it looks like somebody's moving around the camera. Probably either Robert or one of my other guys up there messing around with the camera. Right now, it looks like the rotation has moved away from the camera here. So if anyone that's messing around with, I think it may be Robert or Derek or someone like that, we could probably go back to the west or to the southwest view. Looks like the tornado warning, John. Looks like they dropped the tornado warning up here
Yeah,
in
they
northwestern
just
Arkansas.
canceled it.
So yeah, they just canceled it. Awesome. So that's good news. Looks like the rotation has died off. We saw it visually on our Skycam. You guys saw the full evolution of this. If this was going to produce a tornado, it would have been right over the Skycam. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go back over to the west view real fast on our Skycam, and I'm gonna pay attention to that storm that's coming out from northeastern Oklahoma. Looks like we got another area of rotation getting going up here. This one will eventually be an issue for our folks downstream. That may go for the Maysville area once again, etc. here. So the tornado warning up here in northwest Arkansas has been canceled per the National Weather Service in Tulsa here. Okay, now we can go downstream. And I want to show you guys this. This is a tornado on the ground, by the way, in central Oklahoma. Why are we talking about Oklahoma when we're Arkansas weather watchers? Well, we're decent human beings, and we want to give you guys a heads up on what's going on here ahead of time. That way you guys can accurately prepare. And we also care about our folks over there in eastern Oklahoma as well. So this is a tornado on the ground doing damage over here in eastern Oklahoma. This activity will move into western Arkansas later this evening and into tonight. I want to stress this right now. It will move into Arkansas. This is going to be a patience tester, okay? And another thing too, this is not only going to produce tornadoes here. Somebody in the comments, somebody's going to get upset about not seeing a tornado today. That's just how it is. That's the world we live in. But I want to stress, damaging winds will be a problem and large hail, and we will have to watch out for that tornado threat here, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since the tornado warning has been dropped officially, the tornado warning has been dropped officially here, we're going to stay live for just a little bit because we do have a tornado warning up here that may be an issue for our folks up there in Benton County downstream. But I want to show you guys what's going on across the rest of the state here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take off the radar up here in northwestern Arkansas, and I'll pull on the national radar here, guys, so you guys kind of see what's going on, okay? This is your statewide view right now. Not a not a storm in sight in central Arkansas or southwest or eastern or northeastern Arkansas right now. All of your activity is back out here towards the west in northwestern Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, and along the Red River. All of this activity will move into Arkansas later this evening and into tonight. Be patient with us. We're going to try to get a timing map out, etc. I want to stress timing is never a 100% deal when it comes to forecasting weather because it can change so much. But everybody said they can hear John perfectly here. Okay, so we're good. National Service in Tulsa, the circulation near Locust Grove is looking a little stronger. Tornado could develop at any point here. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Thank you, John, for posting that information. We'll keep an eye on it. That's why we're kind of watching this situation very, very closely here. Looks like we do have now the newest update from that particular storm. It is now a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado over there near Alderson. That's in Oklahoma, by the way. Now here in Arkansas, it's moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. My folks that are watching this in Fort Smith right now, I would definitely make sure that you have that safe spot ready to go. I don't want people waiting to the last possible second to seek shelter. I don't know why people do that. I don't want people waiting to the last possible second for stuff like this, guys. If you have the time and you see it coming, why not go ahead and get in the shelter and get that safe spot ready to go? Don't wait to the last possible second to seek shelter. I want to make that crystal clear, okay? Situations like this, especially today, these storms are going to mean some serious business. So if you are watching this right now, I want to stress the tornado warning up there has been dropped up there in Benton County. We have no official tornado warnings here in Arkansas. However, we are watching that tornado warning storm up there in northeastern Oklahoma. We are going to hang tight on the live stream just in case, because I got a feeling that will eventually be a problem downstream for our folks up there in northwestern Arkansas. We're also watching that storm that is southwest of Fort Smith, which will be a problem, by the way, downstream here. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Other than that, we should be good to go here. Okay, so John, do you have anything you need to report right now from the National Weather Service in Tulsa or anywhere else?
No, we're just watching this circulation that's going on in Oklahoma. There's two different cells that they're watching for the circulation that's going to be in the eastern part of Oklahoma that should be coming to the northwest of Arkansas here in probably an hour.
Yeah. So it's going to be that's going to be just to the west of the M Springs area. So that's going to be it right here. Let me double check a couple of things real fast. All right. So
looks like the main circulation that they're watching is going to be to the east of Locust Grove, and then there's another circulation that's going to be further south. That's going to be watching coming into west central Arkansas here. I don't know, probably an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Toward the Fort Smith area.
Yeah, and that's going to be, I'm going to stress this right now. This is going to be our first alert to those that are watching this in Fort Smith right now. You definitely need to be getting the shelter immediately here. Not immediately here, but getting that shelter ready because that's a very dangerous storm coming out from eastern Oklahoma, and that one will likely be a long track tornado here that will go into western Arkansas and into northwest Arkansas. So folks that are watching this right now downstream, the Fort Smith area, I would definitely get that safe spot ready to go. It is now 6:15 this evening. Folks that are going to be getting off of work, getting dinner ready, getting ready for to kind of settle things down. I am Chief Forecaster Cameron. This is our Director of Media Forecaster John Cook with us. We also have an entire moderator team that is watching this live stream closely, trying to get questions answered, trying to get reports in and stuff like that. This is wall-to-wall severe weather tornado coverage across Arkansas. Right now, we do not have any official tornado warnings in the state of Arkansas. However, we do have some ongoing warnings across northeastern Oklahoma and into northeastern eastern Oklahoma as well. Yeah, go ahead, John. What you got?
Yeah, so they're going to continue that tornado warning in eastern Oklahoma that's coming into Delaware County in Oklahoma. So that will be coming into Benton County here pretty quickly. The storm is moving pretty fast.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put our camera, and like I said, quick shout out to Hascans for this because we would be able to see 25 miles out. I'm going to put our camera to the northwest view real quick. And basically, you're not going to be able to fully see the structure because it's moving pretty decently away, but you're going to see kind of the best close visual of this storm if it produces anything here. So my folks downstream, once again, Maysville, the Decatur area, Gravette, Bella Vista, Bentonville, get your safe spots ready to go. No tornado warning in place right now. Are they going to put it in Benton County, by the way, John, or is it going to be just to the west of Benton County? No new tornado warning, by the way.
Yeah, so I don't have that information right now. It looks like there's a lot of conversation going on with the storm that's further south, down there toward what's that? What is that? Hartshorn. That should be coming into Fort Smith here the next couple of hours.
Yeah, so that one is going to be probably the storm of the day, more than likely here. And I saw this on the HRRR data earlier on, where it had that monster supercell in eastern Oklahoma, and it tracked into northwestern Arkansas here. So let's hope and pray that storm weakens before it gets into Arkansas, because it is a dangerous storm right now. For those that are trying to figure out what storm we're talking about, it is going to be this powerhouse right here.
So Cameron, this tornado is cycled and it's handed off a new tornado just south of that community there at Hartshorn. And so now we have a multiple circulation going on, or I'm sorry, a new circulation going on south of town there that we're going to be watching here pretty closely. It looks like we do have debris in the radar.
Wow.
The radar data.
Wow, that's crazy. That's gonna be it right here. So this one downstream, and I'm putting this out. My folks that are traveling right now, Interstate 40, Fort Smith, the Alma area, Mountainburg, Greenwood. This is my first alert to you guys. Okay, if you are watching this storm, we're gonna be watching this storm very close. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do this, John. I'm gonna send out a push notification on our weather app for those that have Apple, by the way. Highly recommend going to download our weather app, Arkansas Weather Watchers, on there. I'm going to send out a push notification. We don't do this a lot, but I'm going to send one out that's going to have the tornadic storm in eastern Oklahoma and northwest Arkansas. If you get this notification on our weather app, you need to be getting that safe spot ready to go here. Tornadic storm approaching your location. Get safe spot. We're ready. Okay. All right. So
we're getting a lot. We're getting a lot of reported damage out of that particular storm. Warner, Oklahoma. Let's see. Yeah. So that storm, we're getting some damage reports coming out of it.
Okay.
Looks like it's going to having some trees down, businesses damage, roofs damaged from homes, power poles down. Gas line broken.
Wow.
Tornadoes crossing Highway 1. Let me see where that's at.
That's gonna be. Oh man, I recognize that highway over there in eastern Oklahoma. That is awfully close to the interstate. That is awfully close to the interstate. So folks are traveling right now.
Wilburton community over there in Oklahoma needs to take shelter.
Yeah, most definitely. Let me see something real quickly. So. I'm gonna do this, like I said before. I'm working on something in the background here, so that's gonna be. I'm gonna put this entire area on alert. Okay,
and the reason why we're watching the storm really closely is because it's going to be coming into a heavy populated area, and so we just want to make sure that we're watching the storm, getting the information out ahead of time to get the warning out to the people in Arkansas that's coming in. And of course, the Arkansas friends. It's got friends in Oklahoma as well, so we just want to make sure that we're getting the word out for this area.
Yeah, and what I would recommend doing, guys, because I don't know how many people we have on the actual live stream right now. If y'all can hit that share button, it would be awesome. I get this all the time that I literally had somebody approach me the other day saying, if it's not Central Arkansas, I'm not worried about it, folks. We care about the entire state of Arkansas. Okay, and even our folks over here in eastern Oklahoma, this is a dangerous situation here. This is a tornado on the ground, etc. And you also got folks at 6 o'clock that are going to be traveling on Interstate 40. This is going to be moving into a very highly populated area over here in Fort Smith, along Interstate 540 and Interstate 40 over here. This will be a problem downstream. If you just got that notification on the weather app, you have your Apple phone, if you have it downloaded, and you just got that notification here, I want you to go ahead and get that safe spot ready to go. Okay. This is a very dangerous situation here, especially my folks that are going to be traveling on Interstate 40 in Fort Smith and stuff like that here. So I want to make this
It does
clear.
look like
Yeah, go ahead.
It does look. I'm sorry to interrupt. It does
Nope,
look
you're
like
good.
Little Rock's going to be expanding that tornado watch here shortly. With the
Okay.
they're coordinating that with the SPC now, trying to get an expansion of that tornado watch.
Okay, awesome. So this is kind of what we expected. You know, we talked about this morning, that storms were going to be getting going later on this afternoon into this evening, and now we're starting to see the outbreak starting to kind of take fold over here in eastern Oklahoma and into western and northwestern Arkansas. So looks like, by the way, there's another area of rotation, John, that just developed over Interstate 40 in eastern Oklahoma, by the way. We're going to have to keep an eye on this. And the reason why, we're live right now, because there's going to be somebody that's going to be like, oh, you guys are weather watchers. Why are you covering something in Oklahoma? Well, this activity is coming into Arkansas. This is going to be in Arkansas within the next hour or two. And I'd rather for you guys to know ahead of time instead of being like, 5 minutes later, 5 minutes before it happens, there's your heads up. I'd rather for you guys know what's coming an hour, 2 hours ahead of time. That way you can accurately prepare for it instead of waiting to the last possible second here. Okay, so
Yeah, so Cameron, they're going to
Yeah.
continue that tornado warning in Delaware County, which is the northern part of
yeah,
the northeast part of Oklahoma. That's coming into the extreme northwest part of Arkansas. There's not much change going on with that. We have new circulation that you were talking about there coming off of 40 southwest of Gore. So there's additional circulation. So I would anticipate a tornado warning coming for that area coming into Gore, right across 40. It looks like it's already crossed 40.
Yeah, so looks like, and I'm not sure. There it is. There's a new warning. So my alert bar is working overtime right now. We have a severe thunderstorm warning with a destructive tag now up there in Benton County here. That's going to go. That's going to go for the potential of 80-mile-per-hour winds. And this is what we were talking about. Fortunately, this is going to pass north of the camera here, so the camera is going to stay online this go around. But unfortunately, this is going to go into northwestern Arkansas up there in Benton County here. So this is another thing that we were talking about before is, yes, there is that tornado threat, and everyone focuses on the tornado, but damaging winds is going to be a significant problem up here. 70 to 80 mile per hour winds can do just as much damage as a weak tornado here. So please keep that in mind this afternoon into this evening here. So what I'm going to do here, that's the hail size. Let me go over to the wind tracker up here, and there it is. I mean, as clear as day, that is going to be, 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. I actually got a destructive tag for 80 plus mile per hour winds up here. So we'll go back over to our rotation detection real quickly here, and that's going to be it. It's going to be with this particular storm right here. So I'll go ahead and read you guys news alert. That's going to go for our folks up here in northwestern Arkansas, northwestern Benton County, northwestern Arkansas, and then also the counties in northeastern Oklahoma until 7 o'clock. Severe thunderstorms were located along the line ascending from 2 miles south of Langley or 8 miles south of Leach, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour. These are destructive storms for southern Delaware County and southeastern Mays County. 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts with this. So this is going to go over Gentry, Maysville. That's going to go over the Decatur area, and that's Twin Oaks, the Cherokee City, etc. So not only that, but yeah, this is thunderstorm damage threat destructive up here in northwestern Arkansas and northeastern Oklahoma. So this is just kind of adding on to what we've been talking about, not only the tornado threat, but the damaging wind threat with this storm here as it continues to move off to the northeast here. And what I'll do here is I'll put a track for this particular storm. We're going to track it to the northeast at 65 miles per hour. So Maysville is coming at you within the next, I would say that's 10, 15 minutes for Maysville. The Gentry area 645, Gravette 653, Bella Vista 659, Bentonville, by the way, 659, Pea Ridge 706, Garfield area and the Gateway area right around 715, 716 this evening here. Like I said before, this is going to go for the potential of 80 mile per hour plus winds coming into far northwestern Arkansas at this point, okay? Further to the south, like I mentioned before, we're now watching this new tornado warning that just got issued until 7 o'clock. This will be moving into northwestern Arkansas as well. So my folks that are in Perry Grove along Interstate 49 right now. We're going to have to watch this situation closely. Looks like we got a brand new area of rotation that is starting to develop now. So this is going to be the trend tonight, okay? This is going to be a lot of storms. That's going to be kind of a lot of storms that's going to be developing these little areas of rotations here, guys. So anyone that's near the Morrill area, the Winslow area, Mountainburg, Interstate 49, etc., you're not officially under the tornado warning yet, but I would much rather for you guys to get to shelter immediately. Not immediately, get that safe spot ready to go immediately. That's what I mean. And be ready to go. That way, when a tornado warning does get issued, you can get into that safe spot. So what I would recommend to kind of reset things here, if you are watching this right now from a line from Mena all the way up to Bella Vista to Harrison, all the way down towards Clarksville and the Danville area in northwestern Arkansas, don't wait till the warning gets issued. Be proactive. Get that safe spot ready to go. You know, if you're with your kids right now, you're with your family, your friends, you talk about that stuff right now here. Don't wait until you have a phone going off or a tornado warning before you seek shelter, before you get that stuff ready to go. Be proactive. It will take you 5 to 10 minutes to get that safe spot ready to go. Get blankets, pillows, mattresses, stuff like that. Get all that stuff ready to go. That way, if a warning does get issued, and I fully anticipate northwestern Arkansas taking off probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 7:30 till 9 o'clock. Gonna have to watch the situation closely here, guys. Okay, so please get that same spot ready to go here. And folks that are watching this downstream as well, because we have a lot of people that are watching this in Central Arkansas or Northeast Arkansas, etc. It is going to be a patience game, but you guys will see storms later on tonight and into the overnight hours here. This is not going to be anything that is going to impact you guys right at this second. But you're going to have to watch it during the overnight hours. And we will work on getting timing maps out, all that other information, once we get into a decent placement in terms of all the warnings and stuff like that here. John, that rotation southwest of Fort Smith is crazy.
So that tornado is on the ground. It has been on the ground for a little while. We do have debris signature in the radar. I'm trying to get to what is this, Highway 270? So it's crossing 270. Should be coming into Warburton probably in the next 5 minutes. So Little Rock is watching this storm closely as it comes into Arkansas, coming into the Fort Smith area, probably in the next 45 minutes to an hour. So there should be pretty good timing for the Arkansas folks to go ahead and prepare and watch. Watch out for what's going on and coming out of that. There's going to be other circulations coming out north of that as well, but it looked like that had weakened. So I think that's going to be something else to mention is we have not just one rotation in one storm, but we could have multiple rotations in the same storm. So it's like we just want to keep an eye on multiple areas of that area that's coming into western Arkansas.
Yep. So I just switched our Skycam over to the southwest. That way we can kind of keep an eye on these storms here. And I'm gonna give folks a heads up over here in western Arkansas. My folks that are watching this in Fort Smith right now, you need to get that safe spot ready to go. Okay, we live in a day and age now that I am able to give you a heads up notice an hour in advance instead of it being 5 minutes before it happens. Okay, it is going to be up to you to whatever you, and I my grandpa taught me this a long time ago before he passed away. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink it. Okay, this is a situation and I'm leading you to that water. I'm telling you what's getting ready to happen here, and it's going to be up to you to use that information, get that safe spot ready to go, etc. Here now, looks like we not only have a problem southwest of Fort Smith, John, we now have a confirmed tornado now west of Cedarville. That is right there just outside of the Arkansas-Oklahoma border here. So if you're watching this in northwestern Arkansas right now, be proactive. get that safe spot ready to go. Be ready to move at any given moment's notice here. I want to stress.
I'm sorry,
right.
Cameron. Where was you saying that location was at?
It is northwest of Fayetteville, Fort Smith. There's 2 tornado warnings here. So there's one that's the one that they've been talking about the entire time, that monster lone track tornado, and then there's one to the north. That is just north of Interstate 40. It just now went observed per the National Weather Service in Tulsa. So confirmed tornado was located near Gore, moving east at 60 miles per hour. So folks in Evansville, Interstate 49, Highway 59, get to safety immediately here. This is a storm that is moving a mile a minute. This is another thing too, is not trying to beat a dead horse here, but these storms are not going to be moving at 20 to 30 miles per hour. They're going to be moving at 60 plus miles per hour. These are going to be your fast moving storms. So that means your reaction speed needs to be just as fast as these storms. So don't try to go outside and see it for yourself. This is why we have sky cams. This is why we have a storm chaser that's going to eventually be in the area. That's why we have those resources. It is up to you to make sure that you're getting the safety. That way, folks around you that are watching you don't follow the same path and trying to go outside and see it for themselves. You get into that safe spot, you hunker down and get ready, because this storm in particular, moving to the east at 60 miles per hour, that does not give you a lot of time, folks. A lot of people, like so far, are banking on these storms moving so slow. These storms are moving at 60 plus miles per hour here. So it's going to be coming at you. It is now 6:30. You got roughly 30 minutes now in northwestern Arkansas to seek shelter. Okay, this is a very fast-moving storm here. It's moving at about a mile a minute. So folks that are on the list of this, if you see your city on this list, that's Evansville, Uniontown, Morrill, Summers, Cane Hill, Lincoln, Perry Grove, Chester, Farmington, West Fork, Winslow, and Fayetteville. Make sure that you are taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as physically possible here. So I'm going to send out live tracking weather.
Yeah, so while you're doing that, Cameron, it looks like this it's going to be coming north of Cedarville in Arkansas. If this storm continues to the northeast, looks like it's going to be south of Lincoln. It could be Prairie Grove, West Fork, Interstate 40. Is that 49?
Yeah, that's
so that whole area there
Mm-hmm.
needs to be on the lookout. This is approaching you pretty quickly. It is moving fast, as you had said.
Sorry, I had to get a drink. I had to get a drink of some AW Zero Sugar Group here for a second. So, pretty much what John is talking about is going to be, we're watching this storm very closely. As a matter of fact, we've got our sky cam up here. Like I said, Robert up here, with Joint Forces K9 Group. Thank you so much. I keep saying this. I'm going to keep saying this because this sky cam up here is for this particular reason. This is why we have it. That way we can keep an eye on certain situations like this here. So once again, if you're just now tuning in, there is not an official tornado warning here in Arkansas, but there is going to be a tornado warning that's probably going to be including our folks over here in northwestern Arkansas. Those that are traveling right now on Highway 62, Highway 59, Interstate 49. That is also going to be a Highway 62 over here as well, and also 265 over here. Take your tornado. Get ready to take your tornado precautions. Get ready to get that safe spot ready to go. Also, a quick shout out to the power crew up here in northwestern Arkansas. You guys got hit by those 80 plus mile per hour winds yesterday. You had over 13,000 people without power. You had the power crews out there working all night long to make sure that we had power restored by today before this severe weather threat was able to materialize. So, a quick shout out to those guys as well. They did an amazing job with all the damage they had from yesterday's storms to get the to get the power back on up there in northwestern Arkansas. Here we still got 2,000 people without power, but that number has came down significantly from what looked like it was 13,000 plus by this time yesterday here. So right now,
Cameron. So
go ahead.
So we have a spotter. So we have a weather spotter that's going to be there at I-40 in Coffee. Is that Warner County in Oklahoma?
Yes.
So Warner County. I was trying to find out what county that was. Trying to look at my Oklahoma map here.
I think that
But
may
it looks like
be,
they're so
yeah.
near Coffee and I-40. There's a confirmed rotation in the area,
Okay.
and we're getting multiple reports out of is this Mays County, Oklahoma? So this is going to be coming into the storm that come into Delaware. That should be north of Siloam Springs, in the far west northwest corner. So we did have a tornado produce some damage in Oklahoma from that storm.
Okay, so we're gonna have to watch it very closely as the storm moves into northwestern Arkansas here. So, excuse me.
Should be getting a thunderstorm warning for the area south of Prairie Grove. They should be extending that thunderstorm warning here just momentarily coming into Mountainburg.
Okay, all right. So, are they planning on? Cause I can take a look at the rotation up here. Looks like we got some strong rotation starting to get going here. That is just to the west of Benton County. That's up there in far northwestern Arkansas. Mm-hmm. Are they planning on putting a tornado warning for that, or they're just gonna let a
so Little Rock is just watching it right now.
Okay.
We're just situational awareness. The storm further south is the further south tornado warning is still on the ground, but the one on I-40 near Gore is rotation visible from spotters. So they're just watching this, trying to figure out what it's going to do here in the next little bit.
Okay, so looks like I think you may have talked about this as well, that they're planning on putting a tornado watch for eastern Oklahoma and the western and central Arkansas here. So that's just going to go for later on. Looks like oh wow, did you see the max intensity for the tornado? 140 to 170 miles per hour, and the hail size up to almost 4-inch in diameter here. So folks, this is not over with. I mean, if you're watching this in west central Arkansas or in Little Rock or something like that, and you're going around telling people that nothing's going to happen, this is not over with yet. You guys haven't even got started with your severe threat here. So pretty much, I think our time.
Okay, so this tornado in Gore that just crossed over Interstate 40, it's actually on the ground. Let's see what they're saying. Yeah, so this is going to be coming into Marble City, Cookson. So this is actually on the ground now. They're reporting.
Okay, so I just saw that. I saw the newest update here. So confirmed tornado was located near Gore, moving east at 60 miles per hour here. So what I will do is I'll put that track back up over there. That's going to be for Lake Tenkiller. That's Bushy Lake State Park. Oh, wow, that's eastern Oklahoma going into western Arkansas. So I would fully expect an additional tornado warning. That will probably go for southern Washington County and northern Sebastian County, if that were to be the case here. So that's going to include Interstate 40 in Oklahoma between mile markers 285 and 295 here. So to repeat, there is a tornado on the ground via radar. Move into your safe spots now here. Like I mentioned before, my folks that are watching this right now that are north of the Cedarville area near Morrow, southern Washington County, northern Sebastian County, I would definitely make sure that you have that safe spot ready to go here, okay? Get ready, because once this tornado warning gets issued, your time is going to be limited. You have these storms moving at 60 plus miles per hour here, okay? So your reaction speed is going to have to be as quick as these warnings here. So once that warning gets issued, don't lollygag around, don't try to see it for yourself. Go ahead and get to that safe spot now here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a track on the storm for the entire storm itself. I'm going to clock it at 60 miles per hour. Uniontown, Evansville, Cedarville, Morrow, Cane Hill, Lincoln, Chester, Mountainburg, Perry Grove, Winslow, West Fork, and the Elkins area. Take your tornado precautions now. Get ready to seek shelter at any given moment's notice. Your time is limited here, okay? It is 6:41. This will be moving into Arkansas after the top of the hour here. So this is your time now. If there is ever a time for you to get your safe spot ready to go, you do it now, because you're not going to have time once that warning gets issued. These storms are moving at 60 plus miles per hour here. So your reaction speed has got to be as fast as these storms are moving, guys. Okay, so downstream, anyone that is traveling on Interstate 49 right now, it is about to be 7 o'clock on a Monday. Most people are either going to dinner, they're either getting dinner ready, or they're going home. If you are planning on traveling on Interstate 49 coming up within the next hour, I need you to scout your locations here. It is 7 o'clock. There's absolutely no excuse for you not to be able to find a gas station or a grocery store or any kind of restaurant or anything like that, any sturdy building if you're traveling. Okay, it is 7 o'clock on a Monday. Everything is still mainly open, right? So you've got to make sure that you are ready to go in any given moment's notice. John, another thing that I'm worried about, your winds in Solemn Springs, the Joint Forces K9 Group Skycam up there is now out of the southeast. So these storms are going to be moving into that environment, and they're going to have the potential of producing some significant damaging winds and also the potential of strong tornadoes up here as well. So time's ticking up here in northwestern Arkansas. You've got to make sure that you are ready to go. Don't wait till warnings get issued. You go ahead and you get that safe spot ready to go at any given moment's notice here, guys. Okay, so John, I saw what you just said in the chat. The tornado one is going to go for Cherokee County over there in Oklahoma, Sequoia County, and Adair County here. So it's getting closer and closer and closer to the Arkansas border here. But just based off of this rotation itself, I would definitely make sure that you have that safe spot ready to go. And what I'm going to do real quickly here, if you want to go ahead and kind of talk about what's going on, I'm going to turn on the counties here so that way folks kind of get a visual of what's going on here. So that's going to be not Sebastian County, by the way, for this particular storm. It is Crawford County. That's what I was meaning. It's Washington and northern Crawford County. But Sebastian County will be that other tornado warned storm that will be moving towards the Fort Smith area here. So.
Yeah, so we're giving fair warning to the folks over there in Western Arkansas, and we can just repeat this, and we just want to make sure that when your area becomes a tornado warning, that you're seeking shelter. Safe place to be during a tornado is an interior room, a sturdy building away from windows, exterior walls. This could be a basement, a safe room, or a small interior room. If you have to go to the middle part of your house, if there's a bathroom or a restroom in the middle part of the building, you can take some pillows, take a helmet with you. If you're outside, seek shelter in a ditch, ravine, or underground culvert. Lay flat on the ground and cover your head with your arms. If you're in a car, try to drive to a sturdy building for shelter. If that's not possible, park the car as quickly and safely as possible and stay in the car with your seatbelt on. Don't park under an overpass. That's it's like a funnel. The wind tunnel comes through there, and it increases the wind speed there. So if you're at work, follow your tornado drill procedures that you have for your work. Everybody should be at home from school now, hopefully. After the tornado passes, stay alert and avoid any damaged areas. Stay away from the areas. Make sure you have your emergency kit with you, such as food, water, some flashlights, first aid supplies. Make sure you got your shoes on. Shoes, because if something does happen to your home or wherever you're at and you have to walk outside, there's going to be glass and debris out there. So just make sure you got your shoes on, being prepared. And just knowing the difference between the watches and warnings also is going to be important. So when there's a warning in the area, means that it's been radar confirmed, it's been observed, or there's rotation. And so we just want to make sure that everyone understands the safety. And I know we throw these at you each and every time, but it can't go without reminder.
Yep.
I don't have any other updates. They're just continuing the tornado warnings for the same counties. They got some damage reported, some poles broken, getting a lot of damage in Blanco, Oklahoma.
So another thing, John, that I will mention this as well, not only with the tornado potential here. Thank you, Chandler, for this as well. The damaging wind threat. Now this is starting to produce 70 plus mile per hour winds. And Chandler, thank you so much for bringing this up too. Everybody's so focused on the tornado, right? Everyone's so focused on, trying to see the tornado, trying to, prepare for the tornado, right? I'm getting that vibe that everybody's ignoring the damaging wind potential with this here. And I worry, and I talked about this morning too, that two things were going to happen here. This was either going to be a very significant tornado outbreak for our folks up here in northwestern Arkansas and northeastern Oklahoma, or it was going to be a situation where damaging winds was going to be a problem. And this is a situation now. It looks like that other side of the coin is now starting to happen where you have those 70+ mile per hour winds beginning to become an issue up here in northwestern Arkansas. So we're going to watch the situation closely. I've got the sky cam, by the way. What I'm going to do, I've got it set up for the southwest view. I'm going to kind of move this a little bit more to the south. I'm going to put it more of a southern view instead of the southwest view here. So it should be coming up here in just a second. I'm moving it a little bit more to the south because this is what's going to happen is this storm's going to push over, and you guys are going to see that storm in particular kind of cross over here, guys. So folks, I'm stressing this right now here. Don't focus on just the tornado threat with this, because if you focus on that, you know, you're going to be upset where you're like, well, I didn't get warned about the 70 mile per hour winds or et cetera like that. You've got to remember severe weather is more than just tornadoes, right? It is damaging winds, it's hail, it's lightning, it's flooding, etc. So although, yes, we are watching for the tornado threat, and it could be a significant tornado threat, and we're watching the rotation very closely, I don't want you guys negating the damaging wind threat, because we had this problem up here in northwest Arkansas yesterday. 80+ mile per hour winds, I don't know if you know this, can do just as much damage as a weak tornado. So if that happens today, especially my folks over here that are traveling on Interstate 49 right now, you know, you find that sturdy shelter. Don't worry about trying to see the tornado or anything like that. It's going to be a situation today that unless you are a professional storm chaser or you are watching these sky cams, you are not going to see that tornado. It's going to be rain wrapped. You're just going to be putting your life at risk if you're not a professional storm chaser. Trying to go out here and see these tornadoes, guys. So if a tornado warning gets issued, you get to shelter. You go ahead and get there immediately here, guys. Okay, that's the number one thing that we want to stress at this point here. Okay, so looks like thank you so much, John, for posting that from the Tulsa area. Warnings ongoing or likely to be issued here. Be prepared to quickly seek a safe spot. That is going to be for our folks up here in northwestern Arkansas. That's the Fort Smith area along Interstate 49. I love the technology nowadays because we are able to give you guys a pretty much an hour heads up notice. You know, this is a situation where, you know, back in the day where, you know, if you had a tornado warning, you only had like so much time to react, right? You have a whole hour to sit there in that safe spot, get it ready to go, and be ready. There should be, unless you are coming home from work or you've got errands you've got to run, etc., there should be absolutely no reason for you not to be in your safe spot by the time these storms come in northwestern Arkansas. That's just how it is. You have an entire hour. This is not a situation where it's like, oh, I didn't get a warning or anything like that. You have an entire hour to seek your safe spot, get that place ready to go, and stuff like that. So
yeah, so Cameron, so this
Arkansas.
tornado warning coming into Adair County, just south of, was it Stillwell, coming into Stillwell.
Yeah.
Those folks in Stillwell needs to be taking their tornado precautions at this time. This tornado is on the ground. We have multiple reports of it being visible on the ground. Ham reports. Amateur radio operators are reporting it on the ground in Cherokee County. So this will be coming into Adair here pretty shortly. And obviously, once that comes into Adair County, we're going to be coming into Arkansas State. So, you know, those folks south of Prairie Grove, West Fork, Greenland, south of Fayetteville, we need to be taking our precautions, tornado precautions here pretty quickly.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this camera ever so slightly.
We're getting debris signature on the radar as well for that same cell.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move it ever so slightly, kind of southwest, because that's the camera's gonna be able to see what's going on over here. So if this continues to move out towards north and east, may get a southern or even a southeast view with the storm. So folks, like I said, if you're watching this right now, please make sure that you're seeking shelter immediately here, okay? This is not a situation you need to go outside and see it for yourself or anything like that. Leave that up to the professionals. Leave that up to emergency management. Make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately. Another thing I want to stress too as well, and I'm going to circle this on here because like I said, this is going to be very important. Make sure you know where to go when a tornado warning gets issued for your area. A lot of folks don't know where to go. You got to make sure that you're ready, okay? This is a situation that, like I mentioned before, once these tornado warnings get issued, it's going to be fast. They're going to be fast. These storms are moving 60 plus mile per hour. So let me go ahead and circle this real quickly here. Okay, you got to know this. This is very, very, very important information here. If a tornado warning gets issued, you got to know where to go. It looks like we got a brand new tornado warning now, John. It is now on the state border. So if you want to, I'm gonna see here. That's gonna be for Central Adair County and Southeastern Cherokee County until 7:15. Severe thunderstorm with strong low-level rotation that could produce a tornado at any time was located over Cherokee Lake State Park, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour here. Let's take a look at this storm real quickly here. We're going to zoom down. We're going to go over to our rotation detection here. Wow, John, look at there. Look at there. That is some strong rotation here with this storm here. So give me just a second here. I'm going to put a new track on this particular storm here. It looks like that is going to track to the north and east. That may actually.
So Washington County is now under a tornado warning.
Do what?
So there's two circulations that we're watching here. There's going to be one coming into Stillwell, Oklahoma, and then the other one is going to be.
We have a brand new tornado warning now. It's now including Washington County.
That's right. Yeah, so this is going to include Lincoln.
Yeah, I see it. So what we're going to do here is let me do this. Okay, so we can't zoom this out any further here. So that is going to be so there's a brand new tornado warning now. It is now observed. So we now have a tornado warning for southwestern Washington County, northwest Arkansas, southern Adair County, and northeastern Oklahoma. A confirmed tornado was located 4 miles north of Bunch, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. Damaging tornado, radar confirmed tornado here. Adair State Park, Westville, Stillwell, Cincinnati, Summers, Morrill, Barron, Marietta, and Lincoln. Get to shelter now. This is now a confirmed tornado on the ground doing damage. Get to shelter immediately. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outside right now, if you are in a mobile home or you are in a vehicle, I need you to find a sturdy shelter. Okay, that's gas stations, grocery stores, restaurants. You've had 24 hours to map that out. This is now time to put that stuff into action. There is now a tornado on the ground doing damage just to the southwest of Morrill, Lincoln, south of Highway 62. Take your tornado precautions now. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. Get to that lowest center part of your home immediately. To repeat, this is a tornado on the ground moving towards Cincinnati, Lincoln, Farmington, over towards West Fork, Springdale. Anyone that's traveling on Interstate 49, I need you to stop what you're doing right now. Get to a gas station, a grocery store, a restaurant, a substantial shelter, or get home as quickly as you can and get to your safe spots immediately. This is an ongoing emergency for our folks that are traveling on Interstate 49 right now, that are traveling on Highway 59. This is also going to be Highway 45 over here, Highway 62, and Highway 16, and also Highway 412. Anyone that is traveling in these areas right now, you need to stop where you're going. You need to stop what you're doing. Get to safety immediately here. Do not attempt to see this tornado for yourself. Leave that to professional storm chasers. It is going to be rain wrapped. You need to seek shelter now. One of my guys, if y'all can do me a big favor, if you're watching this from home, we have a sky cam that is going to be watching this tornado in action here. Get to shelter now. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. Get to that center, most interior part of your home immediately at this current time here. So, John, if you could take over for just a second, I'm gonna see if I can get in contact with Derek and see what the status is.
So they issued a thunderstorm warning, continuing over into the western Arkansas. The tornado warning that's in Stillwell. There's actually two circulations that we're watching coming into Washington County. Looks like it's going to be coming into Westville, Oklahoma here shortly. They're on Highway 59. And then the one on Stillwell will be also crossing Highway 59 coming into Washington County near the Lincoln community. The storm's tornado warning that's in the northern part of that is going to be in Watts, Oklahoma here shortly, coming into western Siloam Springs here pretty shortly. The storm south here that was earlier in Wilmington. It's gotten a little weaker, so they're still watching it coming into the Fort Smith area here in the next hour or so. We're just going to be watching that closely. I said an hour, maybe even 30 to 45 minutes. It's moving pretty quickly here, so we're watching that as well.
Yeah.
But right now, coming into Washington County, near Lincoln community, this is where you need to be taking your tornado safety precautions.
Okay, so I've got in contact with both Jamie and Derek. Both of them, Derek is on his way to the studio, so he'll be joining us coming up here within the next 10 to 15 minutes. And I also have I have Jamie. She is on the way to Fort Smith to tackle the ongoing tornado that's going to be moving into Sebastian County and Crawford County here if it maintains its structure here. So she's going to keep an eye on both circulations here. But the biggest thing I want to stress right now, ongoing for our folks that are watching this on Highway 62, that are watching this on the interstate right now, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible here. So give me just a second here. Give me 1 minute here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. So got that taken care of here. So she's going to be giving us an update. She's on the way to Fort Smith, going to get a look at the Alma storm as well. So we'll have her information coming up in a little bit as well. I haven't seen much. I know we have a brand new tornado watch that has just been issued for much of Arkansas here. Let's see, high probability for tornadoes, high probability for severe wind, severe hail, and a moderate probability for EF2 plus tornadoes here. So John, if you could do me a quick favor, can you take over for just a bit? I'm going to get this tornado watch out on the page here and let people know that we're covering right now these folks over here in northwestern Arkansas.
Yeah, so we're watching two rotations coming into western Arkansas near Washington County, north of Crawford County. So these two circulations, the northern circulation should be coming into Summers, Highway 59 and 62. And then the southern rotation will be coming into Dutch Mills, Evansville. So those folks in Evansville and Dutch Mills needs to be taking their tornado precautions. Skylight community. What is this? Lincoln. Those folks, that's going to be the southern circulation. That's going to be the confirmed tornado on the ground. I haven't got any reports if it's still on the ground or not, but there is debris still showing, a debris signature still showing. This northern rotation coming into Spade Mountain, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So we're watching that one as well. We don't have any confirmation of anything on the ground with that particular circulation. I don't. Kind of looks like they're kind of merging together.
Yeah, and that's going to be the case here because this is starting to transition more to what we call a QLCS type situation here, where you have these embedded rotations along the line itself. The problem is these aren't going to be weak rotations; these are going to be rather strong rotations here because so much wind shear and instability in place. These storms aren't separated. That's the issue, but they're going to be along the line itself here. So I got that tornado watch set up and ready to go here. Let me see.
So they're going to continue that tornado warning for Adair, Oklahoma, and Washington, Arkansas. Back in Cherokee County, we have getting reports of power outages, trees down, cars damaged in the Cherokee County. So it's coming out. This is the storm that's coming into Washington County now. This is on. I don't have confirmation if this is on the ground currently, but it has been on the ground and it's caused significant damage.
Okay, so let me look at this real quickly here. Okay, so there's a tornado watch.
Looks like they just is that going to expand the tornado warning? Hang on just a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to find out if they've expanded that tornado warning. No, they've expanded the thunderstorm warning. It looks like.
Okay. So that's going to be so what's going to happen in this particular situation up here in northwest Arkansas. This is going to go right over Highway 59. Highway 52 here. Looks like we're starting to see it down on the sky cam now, looking to the southwest. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on it here. The folks that are watching this right now, I'm gonna put this into perspective here. Okay, so there's the sky cam. You're looking to the southwest. So what you guys are seeing on the sky cam, real time, by the way, is this. You're seeing the circulation itself from the visual of that sky cam. Sky cam's looking straight at that rotation here. This is why we're telling you guys, we're not trying to be mean or vindictive or anything like that by saying you need to get to shelter. You're not going to see anything, first and foremost. This sky cam, if the sky cam can't pick it up, you're not going to be able to see it until it is literally right on top of you. Okay, we also have a professional storm chaser over here as well. We got Jamie that's going to be keeping an eye and reporting anything on the ground as well. It's something that if the sky cam can't pick it up, she will get it on the ground. So I want to stress something right now here. Don't wait until this is on top of you to seek shelter. Okay, this is what you're physically going to see if you try to go outside and see this tornado for yourself. It is just going to be a pretty much a wall of rain and wind, and by the time you see the circulation and the potential tornado, it's too late. It's already done. It's too late. So something that we're going to have to watch very, very closely here. Okay, this is why we have the sky cam up here. If this touches down, you're going to see it live on air via Arkansas Weather Watchers here on our sky cam at this point here. And this sky cam is looking straight at that rotation. So folks that are in this area, make sure that you're taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to yourself and the outside as physically possible here. I'm going to put a track at about 30 miles per hour here. So it looks like it's actually, John, if this continues to bank to the north, and maybe a little bit to the north and east, that sky cam may actually be able to pick up that rotation up here. And this is, like I said,
yeah, and they have trimmed that tornado warning back, so they've canceled the tornado warning in Cherokee, Oklahoma, but they're continuing for there, Oklahoma, and also Washington, Arkansas.
Okay, so I was going to make this quick point out before we go back into tornado warning coverage. If you are watching this right now, and you're a business owner, this is something you really need to invest in. It's our Skycam project because of situations like this where you have a ongoing tornado warning up here in northwestern Arkansas, and we're visibly able to see it on air, and we're able to give folks a heads up and tell folks what they're seeing and stuff like that. So if you are a business owner, I promise you these cameras, I promise these cameras are not going to cost you an arm and a leg. I promise you. We are actively trying to get this across the entire state of Arkansas. If you are a business owner watching this, this is very, 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 very important that we can get this across all 75 counties across the state of Arkansas. So back to what we're talking about, we've got the track up. Like I said, Derek's going to be coming in within the next 10 minutes. We've got Morrow, Summers, Cincinnati, Lincoln, Cane Hill, right over to Skycam once again, Perry Grove, Farmington, and the Fayetteville area here. If you are traveling right now on Interstate 49, Highway 62, Highway 59 over here, you need to get to your safe spots now. You need to get that safe spot ready to go and be ready to get there immediately here. I want to stress this as well. We are not ignoring anywhere else across the state of Arkansas, okay? No one else is getting ignored or anything like that. We prioritize, and we tell you guys this all the time before, before these live streams start, that we prioritize the tornado warnings before anything else. So my folks up here in northwestern Arkansas, the Farmington area, Lincoln, Cincinnati, up towards Washington, that's going to be Washington County, and that is also northern Crawford County as well. Get to your safe spots now. If you are traveling right now on the following areas, that is going to be highway, give me 1 second here, let me get this back up and going, there we go. That's going to be Highway 59, Highway 62, Interstate 49, Highway 45 over here. Let's zoom this down even further to kind of give you guys a perspective real quickly here. So right now, looks like the area of rotation here, if I can clear this track off for just a little bit, looks like it's getting ready to pass over Nice Warner Road, Salem Springs Road, and Highway 59 here. You are going to see this on the Skycam itself. As a matter of fact, it looks like, just looking at this right now, if I can get my pen to work real quickly here, it looks like we've got a base that's already starting to develop, and if there were to be a tornado, it's going to be right in here. Okay, so folks in this area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. It's like if we're starting to get some clearing here. We'll keep an eye on it here. We'll keep an eye and see if this thing produces a tornado or not. You're going to get this is going to be your best view of this if this produces a tornado here. Now we got a brand new update. That's going to be for, I think, 7:15 this evening here. It is observed. Let me go ahead and read to you guys the latest information from National Weather Service here. So this was as of 7:05. A tornado warning remains in effect for southwestern Washington, east central Adair County. A confirmed tornado was located over Adair State Park, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Damaging tornado, radar confirmed tornado. This is going to go over Adair State Park, Stillwell, Summers, Morrow, Marietta, and also the Lincoln area here. So to repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room in the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Get away from windows. If you are outside right now, if you are traveling on the following areas, Highway 59, Highway 62, I need you to stop what you're doing. Get to safety immediately here. This is a confirmed tornado via radar, and we're watching this live on air via Arkansas Weather Watchers on our Skycam up here in northwestern Arkansas in Solomon Springs. You need to be taking your tornado precautions now. Thank you, Kim, for getting that on the page. Got the observed tornado posted on the page. If y'all could do me a big favor as well, the Hascam's link straight to, as a matter of fact, John, do you have that link on our website? I think you have our camera linked up on our website as well.
Yeah, so if you go to arkansasweatherwatchers.org, at the top menu, the AWW Weather Watcher Network will have the cameras.
Okay, so if one of y'all can do me a favor and post our website in the comments, and folks will be able to kind of go in, watch our Skycam network, and go from there here. And you'll be able to see this live on air here. So anyone that is watching this right now here, if you live in Highway 62, you need to be taking your tornado precautions to be like get away from windows, put as many walls between yourself and the outside as physically as possible here. This is an ongoing emergency situation up here in northwestern Arkansas. This is a tornado on the ground here via radar. You need to be seeking shelter immediately here. As a matter of fact, let's do this. This is going to be your rotation strength. This is it. Just to the west of Highway 59 over Highway 62. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground doing damage. Get to shelter immediately. As a matter of fact, looking at our Skycam, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attempt, because I think we're losing signal up here once again. I'm going to attempt to try to take a look at this real quickly here. And like I said before, with 60+ mile per hour winds coming in, we may have some connectivity issues up here with this Skycam, but it looks like we are starting to see what appears to be a wall cloud up there in northwestern Arkansas. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this as it continues to move off towards the north and east here, guys. Okay, so there's going to be your Skycam. It's going to be coming up here in just a moment. Right now, like I mentioned before, you're not going to see anything. For those that are watching this right now, you're not going to see the tornado here. It is going to be rain wrapped. You need to be taking your tornado precautions meeting. Don't worry about trying to see it. We've got Jamie in the area. Matter of fact, I'll try to get her on the phone coming up here in just a little bit. But folks, if you are watching this right now, you need to be seeking shelter meeting. As a matter of fact, it looks like we just lost the Solomon Springs Skycam up there, because what's going on is they just got their power back on, and there's a lot of thunderstorm activity here, so there's going to be a lot of connectivity issues going on up here right now here. But you guys saw it firsthand. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, so ham radio operators in the area is reporting house damage. This is going to be in the Stillwell area. Highway 100 is impassable. So this Highway 100 that's coming out of Stillwell is impassable because of damage and debris on the road. This is coming into Washington County. Looks like it's going to be coming north of Dutch Mills. Is that Dutch Mills? Let's see what else is up here. West of Lincoln, Summers.
Yeah, and looks like I think we took a power hit up there at the Solomon Springs camera. Okay. All right. We'll double check and make sure here, guys. So,
I've got visual on it.
You got visual on it? Okay. All right. So,
on that camera at Solomon Springs.
Yeah. Looks like I said. Well, let me double check and make sure here, because it's coming, because it just gave me a video error, so that's why it was like the server's still up, but the stream itself looks like they may have lost power up there. So the power's not out. up there. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe
Oh, the
an
camera
internet.
is frozen.
Yeah. Yeah, it may be some connectivity issues up there, maybe a power hit. So looks like they still have power. Hang on, let me double check a couple of things.
Yeah, we don't have any new updates coming out of this. We don't have any other reports besides the house damage. Let's see.
Okay.
Once again, Highway 100 is impassable. That's going to be in the Oklahoma side.
Mm-hmm.
This will be coming into Dutch Mills, north of Dutch Mills. This is actually, so the new radar scan just shows, so Summers, the community of Summers, is in the direct path of this.
Okay.
This has been confirmed on the ground.
Yeah, so this is going to be up, and looks like we've got our Skycam back up and going. Looks like we're good. Okay, so it should be coming back online. Come up, there it is. So we've got our Skycam back up.
We do have a new tornado warning for Fayetteville.
Yes, sir. So that's going to be coming up here in just a second here. So, folks, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground here. Looks like our connectivity is trying to come back and forth with the Skycam up here in northwestern Arkansas. But, folks, if you are watching this right now, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to yourself and the outside as possible here. If you are in Lincoln, if you are in Perry Grove, if you are in Fayetteville, Interstate 49, Highway 62, we've been stressing this to the moon. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as physically possible here, guys. Okay, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground doing damage. Get to your safe spots immediately at this current point here. Power outages, by the way, we'll do a quick power outage update. 2,800 customers without power. Some of that is still from last night. More than likely, we're going to have a situation where we're going to be bumping up those power outage numbers throughout the evening and into the night. What I would recommend doing, especially folks downstream in Central Arkansas, West Arkansas, etc., go ahead and make sure you have your
we've got the tornado
device
confirmed coming into was that Peavine and Lincoln? We do have camera. Let me get the camera pulled up.
Okay.
Let's see if I could get. You can see it on camera.
Okay. So that's gonna be. Is it gonna be on ours or is it gonna be RDOT?
No, neither one of them. I'm trying to get that pulled up from the.
Okay. The moment you do, let me know, and I could probably get that taken care of here. So.
Yeah. So this is on the ground coming into Lincoln.
Okay.
The tornado warning's been expanded into Farmington and Fayetteville now.
Yes, sir. I see that now. So the weather data stopped updating when the camera dropped. So something has definitely happened. Looks like we probably took a power hit up here with this storm.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to show you that video. I can't show the video.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So
I'll send the link in the message in the chat.
Okay, sounds good. So let me double check a couple of things here. Let me see something real fast. So let me see real quickly here. Okay, so yeah, there's a tornado warning that's been issued here. I'll double check and make sure for reports. Yeah, so they lost connection here. So it looks like the internet up there in Northwest Arkansas, that Solemn Springs camera, the internet went out, which I fully expected because, like I said before, when you're dealing with a situation like this, that is 70+ mile per hour winds and also a potential tornado moving through the area here. So this is an area, by the way, that has been battered with severe weather over the last 24 hours here. They just got the power back on. Now they have additional severe weather ongoing up here in Northwest Arkansas. So we're going to try to get that camera back up and going here. But if the power's out, you can't really do too much about it. So that's why we have Jamie out. Jamie is in the area as well. She's going to be giving us information. I'm going to try to get John, if you could take over for just a second, I'm going to try to get in contact with her here. Let me see if I can do.
Yeah, so we're just watching the storm that's crossing the county line. I'm sorry, the state line. We do have a debris signature on the state line. This is going to be coming west of Lincoln. Looks like it's probably going to go northwest of Lincoln, Summers, Arkansas, the community of Summers. Let's see, Prairie Grove, north of Prairie Grove, Weddington, south of Weddington. Let me see what else is. This is going to be Highway 33. And this is moving pretty quickly. This is going to be also getting reports of hail, a 1/4 inch size hail. Let's see, Prairie Grove, Summers, Lincoln, West Fork, Drake Field Airport, Weddington, Farmington, Wheeler, Greenland. This includes Interstate 49, the mile marker 54 and 65.
Yeah.
There's a tornado on the ground. Folks should be taking shelter immediately. Move to the basement or interior room of the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So this is a tornado on the ground. It's been seen by camera. It's actually crossed over into the Arkansas side now. So
Yes, sir.
This is going to be between Summers and Lincoln.
I will say this, John, for just that brief period of time, I know it just crossed the newest scan, kind of got rid of that. There was now a debris ball. Thank you. Yeah, you're good there. There was a debris ball that just went over the Salem Springs Road down here, and also nice Warner Road over here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Looks like there's we'll have to watch that, but it looks like there was a confirmed tornado down here that had a legit debris ball on there. So folks that are in the path of this, that's Lincoln, Perry Grove, Farmington, Fayetteville, Johnson. You need to be taking your tornado precautions to be like get away from windows, put as many walls for yourself and the outside as possible. This storm has had a history of producing damage. This is on the ground. We've got Jamie in the area. She is headed towards West Fork. Yeah, so it's good. You're good. That's the Bluetooth speaker, so you're good. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so Cameron,
yeah, go ahead.
I just want to mention, as Chandler said earlier, these storms south of going into the Fort Smith area, these are going to be 70-mile-an-hour wind, up to an inch of hail. So this is going to be considerable dangerous situation down there as well.
Yep. Do me a favor, Derek. Whenever you're ready, let me know, and I got you a spot. So let me go ahead and so we're here, and then we'll be good to go. So I'm getting Jamie's stream up right now. Okay. And then we're gonna be good to go over here. So let me see here. I'm trying to pull up our stream over here. This is in Western Arkansas, so it's gonna the service is gonna be so spotty over here. It's not gonna be funny. So let me see something real quickly here. Okay, so let me go ahead and get her stuff set up since we don't have the Skycam up anymore because it looked like it took a power hit, by the way.
Oh, great.
Which that's normal. I mean that's what any kind of technology or anything like that. Same thing happens with the RDOT cameras. You take a power hit, that's what's just gonna happen. So I am working on getting Jamie's stuff set up, and this is why we have Jamie, by the way, because we have a Skycam project. We also have a physical professional storm chaser out here as well. So let me work some magic over here. And
Cameron, while you're doing that, I just sent a message over to you. Debris signature moving into Washington County is faded, but the bow echo pattern is looking better, suggesting increasing wind damage potential.
Yes, sir.
There's still tornado potential on the north side of that bow.
Okay, so that one is thunderstorm damage threat considerable. And then you
this
got
does
the tornado warning up here.
this tornado warning does include the U of A campus.
Yes, sir. So for folks that are watching this right there, and what's funny is the U of A, we're in the U of A system because we've got a Skycam over in Helena, the U of A Phillips County Community College here. So folks that are watching this and you are on the U of A campus right now, make sure that you're getting into your safe spots here. I know tornado sirens are probably going off in those areas here over here in Western Arkansas, in Fayetteville, etc. Regardless if this thing produces another tornado or not, this is going to produce straight line wind damage. Speed of 70-mile-per-hour winds, and I think like I said before, like John mentioned and Chandler mentioned, this is going to be a situation tonight, not only just for the tornado threat, but also the damaging wind threat as well. So Derek, whenever you're ready, you're still working some magic over there?
Yep.
Are you good or?
In about 3 minutes.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm also working on trying to get Jamie's stream up. I'm not sure what's going on with that, and we'll go from there here. So let me see something here, because I know over there and where she is.
So we do have Lincoln. We do have that signature, debris signature back on Lincoln, over Lincoln.
Yeah.
This is to the west of Prairie Grove. So we do have some
I see it.
debris in the area. It looks like still
Okay.
And if this keeps track to the northeast, this is going to include Springdale shortly.
Yes, sir. So I see two areas that are getting going here. There was one that was south of Lincoln. There's another area that just got going. This is I'm thinking it's the one you're probably talking about. It's gonna be the one near Morrow, or just to the west of Highway 45. Is that gonna be it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move it to the northeast. I'm gonna clock it about 40 miles per hour. It's gonna be Cane Hill, Lincoln, Perry Grove, Farmington, Fayetteville, Johnson, Springdale, Lowell, Perry Creek, and the Avoca. If I pronounce that wrong, I'm sorry. The Avoca area here. So, Derek, I've got you. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and get your camera up, and we're gonna be good to go over here. So we've got you set up. Let me go ahead and make sure that you are good. John, I gave you the wrong header. I had your header already ready to go, so I gotta move some stuff over. So
okay, so you was talking about that second rotation, West Fork. So we have Hartford PD reporting of rotation.
Okay.
So Hartford is going to be, is that Frogtown, south of Frogtown?
Yes, that's going to be it. Because that's where that debris ball is right now.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do for
coming into Mansville,
Jamie's
Huntington,
up there, I'm just gonna put your radar up, and then we're gonna go from there. So give me just a bit, and that's the wrong one. I'm gonna see if I can switch this over to the other one real quick. So give me just a minute. Nope, that's not it. There we go. That's gonna be it right there. All right, so I've got you.
I guess it's in Sebastian County. Is Hartford in?
Go ahead, John. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Well, no, I was just trying to find out. That is not Sebastian County. That's going to be in Crawford County.
Yeah, it's Crawford. Yep. I made the same mistake earlier too. Don't worry. So, all right. Let me see here. I've got you set up, Derek. Here. So if you want to take over for just a little bit, brother, you can go right on ahead.
No problem. All right, everybody. So once again, I'm Derek. Again, as y'all know, we've had Johnny Cameron here filling in over the last couple
hours. If Derek's talking, I don't hear him.
You know how it goes on Monday at work.
So we have I don't know what Derek was saying. It sounded like he's muffled, but we're getting 3 debris signatures just east and south of Lincoln.
We have our Tracer Jamie that is currently going up 49 now from the south. She will be in position in just a matter of a few moments. Again, this storm has a history of producing tornadoes and damage in Oklahoma. This is now moving into Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm having trouble hearing Derek.
If you are at the U of A, I know there's a lot of graduations ongoing right now.
Hang on, Derek. John, you had said you're having trouble hearing Derek.
Yeah. So is the other moderators.
Okay, is it on the stream itself, or is it just because I have you guys on my earpiece? That's the reason why you're probably having trouble hearing him. So what I could probably do is, hang on, we'll have to. I'm not sure how we can go about with that. That would be a situation where
I'll set up.
Yeah, you'll set up over there. Okay, so he'll get set up over here, and we'll get that taken care of here. So, Derek, if you want to continue here, so we'll get that worked out, John.
All right, but once again, so we have a tornado warning that is observed. So again, this is still on the ground, folks. So if you live in Prairie Grove, you need to be in your safe place right now, folks. Lowest level of your house, and put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Again, this is moving into a very highly populated area of northwest Arkansas here. Prairie Grove, Farmington, up towards the Fayetteville area. Just to name a few areas. But again, coming into downtown Prairie Grove right now, folks. So again, if you live along Stonewall Road, Buchanan Street, Viney Grove Road, Sunset Crest, you need to be taking those tornado precautions right now. Lowest level of your house, and put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Again, this is a very dangerous situation. The atmosphere is very, very volatile, especially in northwest Arkansas. Again, this is what we've talked about for several days, that Monday could really be the peak of this event. Unfortunately, that has come to fruition today. Again, Now, that being said, luckily in Arkansas, we've not had any reports of damage yet. That being said, the night is still young. Again, this is going to be in the state for quite some time this evening. So again, it's going to be a long night. We're going to be here with you all night long to get you through it. Right now, our main focus is our folks in Northwest Arkansas, in the Fayetteville area. This is the storm that is currently affecting life and property. This is the storm we are going to focus on. I know we have questions about other parts of the state, but right now the idea is this: there is a severe weather threat for most of Arkansas overnight tonight. Therefore, you need to be prepared for rapidly changing weather conditions at any point in time.
Yep. So I'm just working out some audio issues here because I'm getting mixed right now between either they can hear you or they can't. I've had so many issues over the last week or so. I'm just absolutely just wiped out right now. So we'll get that figured out once we get back. But we do have an ongoing situation I do want to report right now. John, I'm not sure what the National Service in Tulsa is going to do with this, but there is now a debris ball just south of Perry Grove, and it is a definite debris ball.
Yep.
And
so we've got the confirmation of the debris ball from Tulsa. They're going to extend this warning here momentarily, but we have 90 miles an hour wind reported in the storm.
Wow. When we talk about this, by the way, so when you look at a radar is only meant to pick up rain droplets, right? So when we talk about debris ball, that is, tree limbs, that's, pieces of housing, stuff like that being lofted up. Derek, your screen.
Yep.
So we're going to have to watch this very closely, guys, but this is a confirmed tornado on the ground here, guys. Okay, this is south of Apple Hill Road here. This is southwest of the community of Perry Grove. If you are watching this right now and you're on Highway 62, I need you to stop what you're doing. Get to shelter now. This is not a situation where you need to go outside and see it for yourself. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground doing damage here, likely doing damage on South Apple Hill Road down here, just south and west of the community of Perry Grove. So folks that are watching this right now, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible, and get to that lowest center part of your home immediately at this current time here. Okay. So
also they've issued the tornado warning for Oklahoma, Panama, Oklahoma. This is coming into Fort Coffee. This will be extended into Fort Smith here momentarily. This is moving pretty rapidly as well. So those in Fort Smith need to be keeping their watch out.
Yep. So let me see here. All right. John, if you hear anything, you let me know here. But it looks like the newest scan still continues to see that debris ball that is just south of the Perry Grove area here. Now it's crossing over County Road 23, Hog Eye Road. This is south of the community of Perry Grove over here, and south of Highway 62, and that's going to be right over County Road 23. That's going to be, let's see, that's Mia Cham Road. I butchered that. I know I did. So this is the area of concern right here. Okay, I want to make this crystal clear. This is going to be your area of concern here. That's where the
this is actually confirmed on the ground. This is going to be. We have a visual of the tornado south of Prairie Grove.
Okay. All right. So
so is this going to be coming to Greenland? So this is going to be coming between Prairie Grove and West Fork. More closer to 49 is what they're saying.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out.
Madison County and Benton is also now under a tornado warning.
Okay. For some reason, Jamie's stream is not coming out whatsoever. Boy, I tell you what, for Monday, we've had between the camera going down Northwest Arkansas and having connectivity issues here with Jamie's stream. It has definitely been a Monday on our end. So let me see.
So this now does include Springdale in this tornado warning.
Derek, if you want to go ahead over there. I know you're still trying to set up over there.
You're good.
Okay.
All right, so we have a brand new warning. So this goes out now for our folks in West Fork on up towards Huntsville as well. Again, this is a tornado observed warning. This does include our folks in Fayetteville and Springdale, Huntsville, Wesley. Again, folks, this is a continuation of the warning that is currently in effect, and this goes now, folks, here until 8 p.m. this evening on this Monday evening up here in Northwest Arkansas. Again, this is just to the east of Prairie Grove now. So again, if you live basically right now, the tornado is crossing. Right now, it is crossing southeast Campbell Road and in the vicinity of northwest Campbell Loop. So this is going to be a neighborhood, Cameron. Unfortunately, so Wilson Street. This on the south side of the Fayetteville area.
Yes, sir.
This is north of Westport. So again, this is currently passing along I-49 in between West Fork and Fayetteville. This is moving off towards the northeast here at about 40 to 50 miles an hour. This is going to be moving in a direction that is going to take it in the direction of our folks in Elkins, Goshen, Wesley, Huntsville.
Give me 1 second. I think I'm trying to get stuff set up with Jamie. Hang on, it's offline. Her stuff is offline right now here, and that's because of where she is over there in Western Arkansas. I could probably get her on the phone.
She's calling in right now.
Okay, so give me just a bit. I'll get that taken care of over here. So, all right, John, do you have anything you need to report via the National Weather Service right now?
No, just the CC drops now crossing 49.
Oh wow! Yeah, we got a nasty debris ball that just went over Interstate 49. So let me see if I can get her on here. Give me just a second here. I'm doing a lot of moving parts right now. So let me take this down. There we go. All right. So we're good here, and we're gonna try to get her on air. So
yeah, and then while you're doing that, I just want to mention that Fort Smith,
Hey,
they're
Jamie,
watching
give
the
me 1
storm
second.
over here in Oklahoma. There's going to be some strong winds with this. This is
hang
the
on.
rotation seems to be weakening a little bit over there at Fort Coffee, Oklahoma, coming into Fort Smith. But it's it's pretty supportive for a tornado though.
Yep. So give me just a bit here. I'm not sure what happened here. And we got. Oh, there it is. That explains that. Okay. So, Jamie, you're on air right now. Can you hear us? Hang on. Let me double check a couple of things here. And okay.
Tornado on the ground approaching Fayetteville Airport.
So, all right, that has to be low enough. If you can do me a favor, move that speaker over there.
Okay.
Because I want to get her on here without it being picked up on a microphone.
All right, gotcha.
So, looks like we should be good to go. Let me get her stuff set up and ready. So that's going to be it. Okay. All right. So that should be good. Hey, Jamie, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Where are you right now in the proximity to this tornado warning?
Just to the south of it. I'm coming up on.
Yeah. Okay. So,
what?
I know you're in a spotty area over there in terms of coverage, cell phone coverage here. We're going to try to get your stream up coming up here in just a little bit. Can you tell our viewers of what you're seeing right now?
Lots of rain and wind. Lots of clock stops on these bridges coming into Fayetteville. We're almost to the Bobby Hopper tunnel. I can barely see the road, much less anything else.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to mute you on here for just a little bit until we can get your stream up. But this is a very dangerous situation now crossing over Interstate 49 right now. So, folks, if you are south...
Yeah, so this is actually moved to the north of Drakefield, through Drakefield. So this is going to be past 49 at this point, past Drakefield.
Yeah, so...
Sebastian, Arkansas is now under tornado warning.
Yeah, so I got the new warning. It's going to be for East Central Benton County, Northwest Arkansas, Madison, and Washington. A confirmed tornado was located over Greenland, moving northeast. Y'all get this. John, Derek, and also Jamie. This is moving northeast at 85 miles per hour. 85 miles per hour. Folks, if you are in the path of this storm, your reaction speed needs to be quick. Something that we're going to have to watch very closely. Jamie, I know you're out there right now. You be careful out there because these storms are not moving at 40 plus miles per hour. They're moving at 60 plus. Even this particular one is now moving at 80. Go ahead and clock it at 85 miles per hour, Derek. Derek, if you want to talk more about the areas potentially in the path of the storm here.
All right, everybody. So once again, now as you heard live on air, Jamie's up there just south of West Fork at this time. A lot of wind, a lot of rain. Again, we did have a confirmed tornado just go through north of West Fork just minutes ago. So now I want to reiterate this, folks. If you live in Fayetteville, this is going to pass just out here. This is moving northeast at 85 miles an hour. Again, Elkin 741, Goshen 744, Wesley 745. Our folks on Downstream in Berryville. You know, this is going to be at you at the top of the hour, folks. This is moving northeast at 85 miles an hour. You are not going to have a lot of time to see this coming. You need to be in your safe place right now. This is a dangerous storm, has a history of producing tornadoes, history of producing damage all throughout eastern Oklahoma into western Arkansas. We have seen it on the ground with the debris ball on the radar. We have reports of very high winds from our professional chaser Jamie Lynn. Again, this is a very dangerous storm passing on the southeast side of Fayetteville right now.
I would dare say deadly, because this is a confirmed tornado here, and I want to stress this too, folks. You know, when you're looking at this product here, this product is what's called the debris detection here. Okay, so the radar, what it's doing is it is saying, hey, this is not rain. This is not, you know, this is non-meteorological items being lofted up into the atmosphere. This is a tornado on the ground. There's no radar indicated or trying to figure out who and what and all that. This is on the ground doing damage. This is doing damage south of Fayetteville right now here, going just to the east of Highway 71. I'm afraid that it is doing significant damage on South Wilson Hollow Road and South Schaefer Road here. This is south of proper downtown Fayetteville.
Man, you know, Cameron,
It's on the ground. It's on the ground doing damage. Go ahead, Derek.
So again, this is a very dangerous thing, because if you look at the radar, you can see the inflow into the tornado on the radar here, folks. So what I am talking about is actually this right here. So what it's done is it has created almost its own, basically its own warm front.
Yeah.
Is what it's done.
A boundary in place.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So once again, if you're looking here, this is what we're looking at. It's coming in here.
It's on the ground. That is clear as day here. And the only reason why it's not like weather spotter confirmed here, because there's nobody. You're not going to see it until it's too late. That's the problem.
That's right.
So this is on the ground. This is on the ground doing damage. This is on the ground, folks. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. This is south and east of downtown Fayetteville. You need to be taking your tornado precautions now here. We're also, John, if you could do me a favor, keep an eye on the other storms as well. I know this one's kind of taking the cake right now here, and Derek, same thing. Just kind of watch those other storms on the south end.
Yep.
We have brand new tornado warning south of Fort Smith.
Yep.
If you want to talk more about that one, while I have this one up for.
All right. So once again, folks. So again, this is another storm that has had a history of producing tornadoes across Oklahoma, places like McAllister, and points south and west of this. This storm produced a very large tornado in Oklahoma just about an hour or so ago. This is now moving into northwest Arkansas. This is very close to our Fort Smith radar site. My concern is we could lose our radar here very soon.
Yes, sir.
But once again, my folks in Greenwood, Hackett, Bonanza, Fort Smith, you need to be in your safe place right now, folks. Lowest, live up your house. Put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Pillows, blankets, mattresses, whatever you can find, folks, is to put. You know, the biggest thing is to protect your head first, and then your body. We see this time and time again. Head injuries are the number one thing we see.
Beacons. So the tornado on the ground moving west northwest of Beacons.
Again, that's what you have to watch for.
Go ahead, John. What you got?
Yeah, so the tornado is moving west northwest of Eakins.
Yeah, I see it. That one's on the ground here. Have you heard anything about the one in Fort Smith? Because I'm getting a lot of reports about that too.
Yeah, so we're just getting 75-mile-an-hour winds near the Rock Island coming across the state line here momentarily.
Okay, so Derek's watching that storm very closely here. If you could do me a favor, Derek, put that one on the debris detection.
Yep.
They did cancel the tornado warning for Benton, but they're continuing the tornado warning for Washington and Madison.
Okay, so because I'm getting worried about that one, because it looks like that one may have another area of rotation too, not an area of rotation, debris ball too. So we may actually have 2 tornadoes on in progress right now. Before I look up in northwestern Arkansas. So to kind of reset things. Number one, I'm Chief Forecaster Cameron. It's owner of Arkansas Weather Watchers, Derek. We've got our Director of Media forecasting, John, with us. We also have an entire fleet of moderators with us. We have Heidi, our forecaster, as well. We've got an entire.
So I'm sorry, Cameron. So Hatchet, we do have visual rotation south of Hatchet. That's going to be south of Rock Island, south of Hatchet, Arkansas.
Okay, so it is on the ground.
No, just rotation reported. They have visual rotation.
Okay, awesome. So, thank you so much for that, by the way. So, back when I was.
There's actually another one.
Go ahead.
Where's that? Picola? So is there a different rotation up there? So there's a second rotation. This is on the Oklahoma side.
Here is looks like there's multiple rotations along the line of storms here. So kind of resetting things here. So we'll start at the top, work our way all the way down to the bottom here. So looks like you've got one, like you've got a debris ball. The one that Derek has up on his screen over there on the right side. Looks like there's one that's going right for the Hackett area, south of Fort Smith. Then you have one that is on the ground doing damage. And by the way, I do have reports, by the way. Washington County Fire has reported major damage to structures south of Lincoln. So that one has produced significant damage in that area. That one's going to continue to be a problem for folks that are just northwest of the community of Ekins. South of that is going to be Highway 45 and south of 412. So folks, if you're just now tuning in, I'm Cameron, there's Derek, there's John. We are covering ongoing observed tornadoes up here in northwestern Arkansas. Do us a very big favor and hit that share button. I know for folks that that are watching this in Little Rock or watching this in Southern Arkansas, this doesn't concern you. But if you can do us a big favor by getting this information out, it really helps save lives, especially in situations like this where we have tornadoes on the ground here. So folks, if y'all can get this information out, that'd be awesome. We've got a brand new update with that storm. It is now tornado observed, tornado damage threat considerable with that one. That is just to the northwest of Elkins. It is now crossed over Highway 16 and it's going to continue to move up towards northeast. Oak Grove, Berryville, any communities that are traveling on 412 right now, Highway 127, also Highway 12 over here. You need to be taking your tornado precautions now. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible here. So we're now having confirmed tornado damage reports coming out from this area up here in northwestern Arkansas. Derek, if you want to talk about the one coming into the Fort Smith area here, I've got us up here for the one here.
Yes, sir. So, all right. So once again, folks. So just to go over here, what we are tracking. Again, this is very close to our radar site, so we're not going to see it well on this now. But what we have is a storm that has a history of producing tornadoes now moving into the Fort Smith area. So again, Hackett, Bonanza, Greenwood, Barland, Fort Smith, you need to be in your safe place right now, lowest level of your house. Put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Again, this is going to track very close to, if not right over, the town of Bonanza, and on the south side of Fort Smith here in just a matter of a few moments. Again, this is a storm. Again, we are, this is coming into what we call the cone of silence when it comes to a radar loss zone. But again, if there were to be a tornado, again, we've had nothing confirmed with this storm yet, but if there were to be a tornado in this storm, it is going to be right here in this general area, right through here.
Yeah. So I'm double checking a couple of things right now here. So looks like Drew got us that's going to be. Let me double check a couple of things here. Looks like that might be the video from earlier up there in Solomon Springs before that camera went offline here. So thank you, Drew, by the way, from Hascam getting that set up here. We'll show that once we get past this active stretch of severe weather tonight. But folks, like I said before, if you know anyone in these areas that need to be taking their tornado precautions now, Hyden'sville, Berryville, and also Green Forest, you need to be getting the shelter immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls to yourself and the outside as possible. Get to that lowest center part of your home immediately at this current time here. Okay, so right now the biggest thing I want to stress to as well, folks that are going to try to go outside and see this, I am stressing, and I'm only going to warn you guys once. You're not going to see it. Don't waste time trying to go outside and see this tornado here. These storms are moving at 70 mile per hour plus. You're not going to see it. No matter how many times you try to go out and try to look at it for yourself, you're not going to see it, folks. Okay, your safety should be your priority number one, especially if you've got family and you've got friends near you. You don't need to be trying to go outside and see it if it's coming at you at 70 plus miles per hour here, guys. Okay, get to safety immediately. You guys have had an hour plus to get that safe spot ready to go and everything like that. This is the time now to start putting that into action here up here in northwestern Arkansas. To repeat, Berryville, Green Forest, Hendonsville, take your tornado precautions now. Anyone that is traveling right now on Highway 412, you need to seek shelter immediately. This is a confirmed, large, and extremely dangerous tornado via radar confirmed. You need to get to shelter now. If you know anyone that is just to the east of downtown Fayetteville that is traveling on either Highway 45 or south of Highway 412 at this current time here, you need to seek shelter immediately here. Go ahead, Derek.
So I have some good news. We have our camera back online.
Sweet. Okay. Awesome. So it should be coming back up here shortly.
So now we got Jamie on the ground here. I'm trying to see if we can get her into position for the damage side of this.
Okay.
Just see exactly what we are looking at here. Because again, this storm is racing through the Ozarks at 80 plus miles an hour.
Yeah.
And we've seen this time and time again.
What we can do here, because I think this one has pretty much passed over that camera here up there. I could probably get an east view. Let me double check a couple of things here. So let me refresh this over here. And yep, we are back online here, Solomon Springs here. So that, like I said before, thank you so much, Robert, for getting that camera up there in northwestern Arkansas. I'm gonna try to see if we can get an east view. The east view is probably not going to be the best. No, we're not gonna have an east view on there, and that just kind of tells you guys about what we're talking about here. This is going to be a situation where you're not gonna see it coming. You're not going to see this monster tornado coming your way. There's going to be a lot of rain and wind and hail coming your way. So, folks in this area, take your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls in you and the outside as possible, and get to that lowest center part of your home immediately at this current time here. Okay, so looks like we got that camera back online here. It looks like the storm's passed through that Solomon Springs camera up there, and now it's moving into eastern and northeastern Arkansas. And I'm calling on businesses up here in northern Arkansas. You guys need a sky cam really bad, especially up here in Carroll County, Madison County, Newton, and Benton County, not Benton County, Boone County. If you have a business up here and you really want to serve your community, the sky cam is the best way to do it, guys. Okay, I'm stressing that right now, especially with situations like this. Derek, if you could do me a big favor, yes. Looks like that tornado warning continues up there. I'm going to talk about the one near Fort Smith because it looks like this one is going right over just the community of a very highly populated area down here in Fort Smith. Keep that radar up there. I will go ahead and take a look at this one, and I'm going to tilt this because it's so close to the radar. You're going to have to tilt this up to kind of see what's going on here. So it looks like the rotation itself is going to be near Bonanza. Right there on Highway 45, moving northeast towards, that's going to be Highway 22, Highway 255 over here, and Highway 57 at this current time. Radar indicated rotation is going to go until 8 o'clock this evening. What we're going to do here is we're going to put a track on this storm. I'm going to put it to the northeast here, and I'm going to go ahead, because these storms are hauling, I'm going to go ahead and go for about 60 miles per hour here. So the Barling area, 802, Central City, 804, Kibber, right around 808. The Dyer area around 815. Mulberry, Ozark, St. Paul, and the OARC area here. If you know anybody, that's gonna be Franklin, Johnson, Crawford, and Sebastian counties here. If you know anyone in these areas, they need to be taking their tornado precautions immediately in just current time here. John, do you have anything that you need to report from the National Weather Service?
Yeah, so we've just got a significant amount of damage in Lincoln. Homes destroyed.
Man.
It's not looking pretty. It's not looking pretty there. I'm just watching this area coming into Barling, Arkansas, south of Fort Smith. They're also watching that storm as well.
Okay. And, that's what we were kind of worried about, earlier on when we had talked about, hey, what's getting ready to happen up here with these storms here. And unfortunately, it looks like we did have a situation where you had a tornado touchdown here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that here. Well, I'm not sure what happened to my alert bar. I don't know why that just went off the deep end here. So we'll go back. Give me a second. Let me do this. Okay. Let me go back here because I'm not sure what just happened to my alert bar, but anywho, let me go ahead and do this. Okay. So there's the alert bar. I'm gonna put it back to where it was before. I'm not sure what happened here, guys. I apologize for that. So there it is. Let me go ahead and get this back up and going here real fast. I'm not sure what happened there, but we're going to get it back up to where it was before. Okay, so like I said before, if you know anyone in these areas, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately at this time. Derek or John, do y'all have anything outside of what's going on in Lincoln? Because I'm getting a lot of reports from there too about what's going on.
Greenland, we have damage reported in Greenland as well.
Okay.
Looks like they're going to cancel the tornado warning from Washington, Arkansas, but Madison's going to be continued.
Yep.
We do have 1+ inch hail reported in Spring Ridge. That's in Sebastian County.
Okay, there we go. All right, we're good. We're good. Sorry about that, folks. For some reason this thing went on a deep end. Yeah.
Jamie's 8 miles out from Lincoln
Okay.
right now.
Yeah.
She's gonna go get us a report from there momentarily.
Awesome. Okay. And tell her to. That's probably a situation where we probably should just let her do search and rescue there.
Yep.
Because I'm getting a lot of bad reports coming out of that area. So, yeah. I'm not sure she. Jamie, I can hear you. By the way, you're live.
You, hoping I don't need CPR training, but we got it. So, yeah, I'm headed there now. So I will report to y'all as soon as I get there. One way shows 8 miles out, one way shows 15 miles out, but I'm in the neighborhood.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, she's headed towards that. She's headed towards Lincoln, and like I said before, I'm getting a lot of reports, especially from emergency management up there as well. So I'm gonna report this. Damage reports in Washington County, Northwest Arkansas, Highway 59 South is now shut down. Damage in Morrill Community, Evansville, Lincoln, and Perry Grove. One structure completely destroyed south of Lincoln. Crews are finding more structures destroyed south of the high school in Lincoln here. Man, as much as I hate hearing that, that timing, it's about 6, 7 o'clock.
We do have a new tornado warning for Crawford, Sebastian, and Franklin.
Yeah, I see it now. It is now confirmed. That is now a confirmed tornado here once again. So this is what I mean. A tornado outbreak ongoing up here in Northwest Arkansas. Tornado warning for Franklin County in West Central Arkansas, Southeastern Crawford, and Northern Sebastian. A confirmed tornado was located near Barling, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. Radar confirmed tornado that is going to be near Charleston, Keyburn, Central City, Branch, Fort Smith Regional Airport. Now it's going to be the Mulberry area, Denny, Greenwood, Barnes, and the Bloomer area here. That also includes my folks that are traveling right now on Interstate 40 between mile markers 23 and 43, and Interstate 540 between mile markers 8 and 12. Folks, if you are in this area, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible, and get to that lowest level of your home immediately at this current time here, guys. Okay, so we've got our tornado safety tips. By the way, I want to talk about this too before one of y'all go ahead. Those that are going to be asking about where to go when there's a tornado, pay attention to what you see on the screen here. You have both radars up, and you have tornado tips at the bottom right corner of your screen here, folks. Take those tips seriously. I want to stress that right now. Don't wait to the last possible second. You get to shelter immediately at this current time here. Derek, I know you're in communication with Jamie. Let me know what she's planning on doing. Let me go ahead and talk about the tornado warning up here as well. This is going to go for northern Madison. The tornado warning for northeastern Washington County has been canceled here. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Hyden'sville, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour here. So that's going to be for our folks in the Withrow State, Spring State Park, the Huntsville area up here in Marble. So take your tornado precautions up there as well. If you live in northern Madison County going into Carroll County here, that's going to be Highway 45, Highway 127, Highway 21, Highway 103, and then Highway 62 up here in the northwestern Arkansas. But to repeat, we have a tornado on the ground doing damage south of Fort Smith, moving northeast towards Mulberry. Interest along Interstate 40 right now. If you're watching this west of Clarksville, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately here. Derek's got the track. The rotation pulled up on his screen. I'm going to go over to the debris detection real fast here, and we're going to take a look at this particular storm here. So there's Fort Smith. That's going to be northwest of Greenwood. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead.
So we have a report of a tornado crossing Fort Chaffee.
Fort Chaffee. Okay. All right. So that, folks, if you are in the path of the storm, you need to be taking your tornado precautions now. Get away from windows, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible, and get to that lowest, most center part of your home immediately at this current time. Derek, is that tornado warning up there in northern Madison County that you've got the rotation on?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah, yes, it is. So
We have a new tornado warning out for Carroll and Madison County.
Yeah, that's the one up there. If you want to talk about that new tornado warning, Derek.
Yeah, all right. So actually, I've been watching this over the last couple of minutes as well. So rotation has increased on this storm just to the south, just to the west of Huntsville. Huntsville, you need to be in a safe place right now. Also, if you live in Berryville, Alpena, we mentioned this time and time again that, in fact, this is a situation where you need to be in your safe place right now. Lowest level of your house, put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Again, this is moving towards the northeast, 65 miles an hour. Also, I just got a notice from our friend in Harrison. His sky cam's now up and going.
Okay.
We're getting power flashes up there.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. I'm not sure. There's still a lot of people complaining about the audio, folks. I don't know what's going on with the audio here. I'll double check a couple of things here, but I'm not sure what that issue is here right now. So give us just a second here. I know, like I said before, we're working on trying to get that fixed. But right now, folks, the biggest priority is getting this information out here. So cut us some slack. We're working on it as much as possible here. But give me just a second here. I'm gonna see what's going on because I'm not sure what the issue is.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, Cameron, Central City, so southwest of Central City, we have a tornado just south of Central City.
Okay.
It's going to be coming into Diamond Grove area. We're getting major power flashes. We're on RDOT camera.
Okay.
Oh, you got it on camera. Here it is on RDOT camera.
Okay. It's gonna be a second or two where I can pull that up, John. Hang on. I'm trying to deal with people complaining right now about our audio, so I'm trying to get that taken care of. So, okay.
I'll send this RDOT camera link to you.
Okay. That should hopefully fix the issue here. If that doesn't, then just give me just a second. Yep, that should fix the issue. I see what's going on. Give me a second. John, you may have to take over a little bit here while I'm trying to deal with this right now.
Yeah, that's okay. So we're getting so this area south of Central City coming into Diamond Grove, we're getting power flashes in that area. The tornadoes passed south of Central City.
Yeah.
So this is going to be coming into Diamond Grove, crossing the highway. Is that 22? Highway 22. Let's see. We're also getting reports of flooding now.
All right, let me double check, make sure. Hopefully, you guys can hear us loud and clear now. I'm not sure if what I
Hey,
can
Derek, can you hear
physically do
me?
while we're live, but I'll try to work on some stuff real quick. So, give me 1 second. Okay, let me do this real quick. So, let me see here. Okay, so like I said before, I don't know what's going on, but most people are saying that they can hear. So we're just gonna go with it. I'm not sure what the issue is, but it'll get taken care of once we don't have tornado warnings on the board here, guys. So
Yeah, so we've got
yeah,
debris on the radar southeast of Central City.
yeah,
So once again, this is going to be coming into Diamond Grove, crossing 22, intersection of 96 and 22.
yeah,
So, Cameron, I'm also very concerned about my folks here in the northern side of Huntsville, Arkansas as well. So our tornado turned a little bit east here. Over the last couple of scans, and it actually moved through the northern part of the Huntsville area. So once again, if you live in the Huntsville area, you need to be sheltering in place right now, folks. Again, this is
Have a little bit of
moving
debris over at Huntsville.
yeah.
moving right over Evans Street, Cooper Street. Again, if you can hear the sound of my voice, if you live in this neighborhood, you need to be in the safest place right now. This tornado is passing over you right now.
John, can you do me a favor and screen share on your side? Because I will probably be able to pull up the RDOT camera if you can do it on your side here. So I don't know if you can or not. But what I'll have to do is I'll have to take off this for just a bit, and I can pull up the RDOT camera on your side. You just have to screen share onto the deal here. So right now, like I mentioned before, we're watching the situation very closely. One of my guys, if y'all can get that radar update on the page, that'd be awesome. This is a very dangerous situation up here in northwestern Arkansas right now here. So my folks that live east of Fort Smith, if you are watching this right now, you are under this tornado warning here. Get to shelter immediately, okay? Stop what you're doing. Don't go any further where you're doing right now. Get to shelter now. This is an observed tornado on the ground here near Charleston, just west of Charleston, 217. Anybody that's traveling on Interstate 40 right now, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls can you in the outside as possible, and get to that lowest center part of your home immediately at this current time here, okay? So, right now, as far as I know, John, unless you've heard something from the National Weather Service here in terms of damage, I haven't heard anything up there as well. So I'll double check a couple of things real quick. So I know there was damage. If you want to talk about that real quick.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a significant amount of damage in Greenland, Lincoln. I haven't got any other reports. I don't show anything else like Huntsville. I don't have any reports of anything west of Huntsville.
Yeah.
I've been watching that tornado down in Sebastian County. It looks like that tornado's been undercut and it's dissipated a little bit.
Is that the Harrison Sky Cam? I put your radar back up over there. I can get him up over here. Is he cool with us using his stream, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so I can get that up. I'll get that up over here in just a second. I'm just getting the RDOT camera set up. This is looking westbound right now. So, John, if you can let me know the best camera to use over here. Looks like that's going to be, let's see, that's the Mulberry area here. I'm not really seeing anything right now here. Looks like we have that. If we did have that power flash, it was right over the area here. It just missed it. We just missed it on the RDOT camera here. So we'll see if we can find an east view. If I can get an east view, that would be great. Let's see, north view. Let's see, that's going to be west, south. Let's see, south view.
No.
So the one on Kelly Highway has got a south view.
Okay, let me see here. So that's going to be. There we go. That might be your best shot. And I want to stress this too. You're not gonna. No matter what we do, we're not gonna get a good visual of this because it is. There's east view. might help us a little bit. So, newest SPC update continues to moderate risk up there in northwest Arkansas. Pretty much just wiped out the moderate for much of Oklahoma. It just continues it for northwestern Arkansas here, and then you have the tornado risk that continues all the way down to southeastern Arkansas. That's going to be for your low end threat later on tonight here. So,
Do you want me to come try to help?
I've got the Skycam up. Let me go up and get the one for Harrison real quickly here. I'm gonna turn off Jamie for just a little bit because I'm not
There's
sure.
no way that you and I can
There's
both
a tree
grab it?
down in front of them. They're
Oh, is it down?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Are they okay?
yeah, they're.
Is there any other way to get in?
Okay. All right. So.
Can you look and see if there's any other way to get in?
I've been trying to pull their live feed up for the last hour or so. It just hasn't. It's been a Monday. It's been a Monday. So let me see something real quick. He's live right now, so he's got the camera going beautiful. So I will get that camera going real quickly here, and we'll go from there. Quick shout out to Kason up here, Harrison weather cam up here. So I will get that taken care of. Looks like he's got that set up and ready to go, and we will go from there. So we've got the Harrison cam up now. So we're watching the storm that's going into that area here. If he can, I don't know if he has the ability to turn that camera around or whatever, but if he can give me a west view, that will be awesome. And tell him thank you so much for letting us use his camera on air. And we'll be sure to give him a shout out on the page once this is all said and done. So other than that, right now, still tracking the storm down here, still on the ground, by the way. Now it's radar indicated. So it's gone from confirmed to now radar indicated. Tornado warning raised in effect for central Franklin, southeastern Crawford, northeastern Sebastian counties. Cedarville Kipper producing a tornado was located, let's see, near Lafayette, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour here. So that's going to be the Jethro area, Charleston, Denning.
Hey, Cam.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Jamie's still live. We hear her on live feed. She's hollering at you.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Go ahead, Jamie. Go ahead. I'm not sure if we can. I can't hear her anymore.
Hey, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I just want you to trade down right here. Going to,
She's breaking in and out because of the service up there.
Yeah.
Okay, Jamie, we hear you. You're live, by the way.
You're live on air. You are breaking in and out because of the service up there. Obviously, a lot of cell towers are down as well right now.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you now. Yes.
Hey, just going to give y'all a little quick update. I cannot get to Prairie Grove in intended way. There's a tree down to the road, so lots of debris down just right here as you come off of the hill trying to get to the town to take a right and get into it. So we're going to have to take a detour and cut through the woods and get around a different way. But there are trees down.
That's on the outside of Prairie Grove as well.
Yeah. Some reason I hear her on my side over here. So give me just a little bit. For some reason I can hear her. I don't know if that's somebody's playing that either on Discord or it's on my end. So give me a bit. I've about had it with all these technical issues today. So let me see something real quick. So all right, so there's that. And let me see something real quickly here. Okay, so that should take care of that. I apologize, guys. We've had all these issues today here. I understand that kind of makes people steer away from our coverage here, but we're trying. So let me go ahead and go over to the rotation detection real quickly here, and this is going to be it. So right now, tornado warnings remains in effect until 8:30. Derek, do you want to talk about the one up there in northwestern Arkansas, up there near the Harrison area?
Yes, sir. So once again, as we have been talking about over the past 30 minutes ago, this is the storm that just produced a lot of damage in and around the Lincoln and Prairie Grove area. You heard from Jamie live that there is a lot of damage in and around the Prairie Grove area, enough where she cannot get to it there. This storm has been observed. It is an observed tornado. Once again, this is moving through rural areas of northeastern Madison County, now moving into Carroll County. This is moving northeast at 60 miles per hour, folks. If you live in Berryville, if you live in Alpena, and you live in Oak Grove, Omaha, you need to be in your safe place right now. Lowest level of your house and put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. You know, right now, this is a situation where you want to be in that center part of your house, where you want to be in that bathtub, in that basement, in that shelter. If you live in a mobile home, the best place to be, at least, is to get those pillows, blankets, mattresses on top of you. So if you hear my voice in southwestern Carroll County, if you live in Berryville, if you live in Alpena, you need to be getting to that safe place right now, folks. This is a dangerous situation. We've had reports of damage, a lot of it. We've had reports of damage in Fort Smith. We've had reports of damage in Prairie Grove, in Lincoln, on the south side of the Fayetteville area. Folks, this is a dangerous situation. This storm is tracked through Oklahoma and produced damage. Tracked through northwest Arkansas, has produced damage. It is still on the ground, folks, producing damage. This is a dangerous situation. As many of you know, northeast Arkansas has seen this all spring long. Now we're in northwest Arkansas. Again, take those tornado precautions. Do not try to go out and see it. It's getting dark outside. It's getting late. We are after sunset now. Now is the time to where you need to be not looking, but taking shelter.
Yeah, and the thing is, so let me double check a couple of things here, because just trying to make sure that, you know, we're making sure the audio is still good and everything like that here, guys. So I've put a track for the entire line itself here, because this is going to eventually turn into a squall line that's going to push through this area here. The Mulberry area, Green Forest, Charleston, all the way down to the Bull Shoals area, Lakeview, Cotter. You need to be watching this storm very closely here. And this is actually going to pass over. What's funny enough, it's going to pass over to Harrison Sky Camp up here. So, going to watch the situation closely. But the thing is, it's becoming dark. It's 8 o'clock. And the probability, which was difficult at first, to see any kind of tornadoes here, you know, with the rotate now with these being rain wrapped and stuff like that, you're going to be adding to the danger factor now, because it's going to start getting dark. So, folks, if you get put under a tornado warning tonight, don't try to go out and see it for yourself here. I want to make that crystal clear. You need to be taking your tornado precautions if a tornado warning gets issued across your area here. So, I've got the Skycam up in the Harrison area here, and that's going to be storms that are going to be moving through. We also got this absolutely beautiful sunset that's getting ready to happen up there in northwestern Arkansas behind the line of storms here. There's been some lightning with that storm and everything like that here. So you're starting to see the clearing come in across northwestern Arkansas. But right now we have several ongoing tornado warnings here across the state here. Derek, if you want to talk a little bit more about the one down there near the Fort Smith area here.
Down in the Fort Smith area?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go on. So now that's going to switch here to our Fort Smith radar. Well, so now, once again, this one is more of a radar confirmed area of rotation now, no longer on the ground. But once again, we've had reports of damage in and around the Fort Chaffee area, Fort Smith area, as this has continued to push off towards northeast here. Again, this affecting areas around Charleston, Ozark. Again, on the south side of Mulberry, this is not going to affect you folks in the Alma area, the Mulberry area. This is going to be just to your south. But once again, this is moving off towards the northeast here. So on downstream, Ozark, obviously, Altus, you need to be in your safe place, lowest level of your house. Put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Again, folks, this is a situation. These storms have produced damage. Best case scenario is these all form into a line. But unfortunately, there's enough wind energy in the atmosphere that we will be dealing with that threat of damaging winds throughout much of the evening into the overnight hours here, as this continues to push across the state, as well as the threat for tornadoes into the overnight hours.
Yeah. So I do want to do a quick power outage update here. 32,000 customers without power right now. So Energy is going to be trying to get the power on as quickly as possible here, but please keep in mind that when you start adding storms and rain and stuff like that, it's going to take time for them to get the power back on here. So we're starting to rack up the power outages really, really high across the area, especially up here in northwestern Arkansas. Now, further downstream, because we got folks that are watching this in central Arkansas, etc. here, this is going to be a late evening into the overnight hour threat for you guys. And the cool part about this line, it's going to be weakening as it moves east instead of strengthening. So looks like the brunt of the severe threat is going to be for our folks in western northwestern Arkansas, which we expected. And then there's going to be a weakening trend as this line progresses further to the east, across central and into eastern Arkansas. Regardless, we'll be watching things closely as we move in later on this evening into the overnight hours here. So, John, do you have anything from the National Weather Service here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we've got Mansfield PD reporting rotation
Hang on, Jamie, hang on.
northeast of the city.
Go ahead, John.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So Mansfield PD is reporting rotation northeast of the city.
Okay. So that is that's gonna Mansfield. That's gonna be here.
Sebastian County.
Sebastian County. Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's gonna be it. Jamie, you can go ahead now. What you got?
Lincoln County Fire Department trying to get trees broken up by people trying to get to their homes. This is what I'm hearing. One of the main roads into Prairie County, or not Prairie County, excuse me, Prairie Grove. My apologies. Only other way would be to go up towards Fayetteville and hook back and come back around. So right here, this main road off the interstate is blocked. Like I said, we've got fire and rescue that's trying to go ahead and get this thing broke up so people can at least get down and get to their families, get to check on everybody.
Okay, sounds good. So let me go ahead and just check and look at a couple things here. I'm still getting reports, by the way, from what happened earlier up there in the Lincoln area here. There's been a lot of confirmed damage up there here. Hopefully we didn't have a loss of life or anything, but just be getting a whole lot of reports coming in from emergency management, my phone's blowing up from all the damage reports we've had so far up there here. So it's been a chaotic spring, Arkansas, and you know, folks are quick to attack us for something that's so small, like audio issues and stuff like that. Folks, we're all stressed and we're all tired. Okay, so I want to stress it's being worked out. We're working on stuff like that. But the biggest message we want to give out is make sure that if you're in that path of storms, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately here. Get away from windows, put as many walls from yourself and the outside as possible, and get to your lowest level of your home immediately at this current time here. And Anna, you go ahead. I know you're in the Harrison area. You're close to that tornado warning right now. Go ahead and get to shelter, and you're going to be good to go across the board here. Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah. All right. So once again, folks, you know, for my folks up here, in Carroll County, again, this is moving out of the Huntsville area, now moving into Carroll County. Again, the good thing about it is on our rotation strength, we're not seeing it nearly as strong as we saw earlier this evening. But once again, we still have to watch for it. This is in what we call a radar loss zone. We are getting away from the Fort Smith radar. We are away from our radar, and we're south of Springfield radar. So what we mean is by
Hey, Cameron.
by that is treated as if it's on the ground.
Yeah, go ahead, John. What you got?
Yeah, so we have a tornado warning coming out for Boone County.
Okay.
This is going to be extended from the Tulsa group here. Looks like the box will be north of Harrison.
Yeah, and I saw what you're saying about the flooding starting to become an issue because the line is starting to stall out up here in northwestern Arkansas. So I do see the flooding becoming a very big issue up here. I know there was a flood watch up there for 2 to 4 inches of rain. Did you say something earlier about water rescues ongoing up there? I think it was in the Fort Smith area.
Yeah, that was a little bit ago. They were reporting some water rescue going on in the Fort Smith area.
So folks that are traveling right now, and then this is kind of a what we talked about before was, you know, watch out for not only the tornado threat, but the damaging wind threat, but the flooding. Because what's going on is the line of storms are starting to stall out, which is going to delay central Arkansas, folks further to the east even more. The line is actually beginning to stall out now. So flooding is now starting to become a massive issue.
And there's your
up
tornado
in
warning.
northwestern Arkansas. Go ahead, John.
That's your tornado warning for Marion,
Okay.
Arkansas, and Boone County, Arkansas.
Okay, so that's going to be for this area of rotation here. Derek, if you want to talk a little bit more about that one, you can go ahead.
All right, everybody. So once again, we have a brand new warning. This goes until the 9 o'clock hour. This is for my folks in Batavia, Harrison, Bergman, Belfonte, Valley Springs, Zinc, Lead Hill, Diamond City. Some of the areas that have just seen a tornado earlier this spring. You know, my folks in Pyatt. This does not include my folks in Yellville yet. However, now is the time to start thinking about taking those tornado precautions. Once again, this is a storm that has a history of producing tornadoes, especially over the past couple of hours. Again, this is moving towards the northeast at 60 miles per hour, folks. This is going to be pushing into the Harrison area here in just a matter of a few moments, folks. So you do not have a lot of time, you know, to take shelter from this storm. But once again, moving off towards the northeast here at 60 miles an hour. This is gonna put it. Gotta love Mondays.
Yeah, it's been like that all day, dude.
This is going to put it into the Harrison area at 8:37. So you have 15 minutes, folks. 15 minutes to take shelter in the Harrison area. If you live in Bergman, if you live in South Lead Hill, if you live in Diamond City, if you live in Pyatt, Valley Spring, again, these storms have a history of producing damage. You just heard Jamie over there in Prairie Grove. Again, this storm has a history of producing damage. You know, I want to reiterate this. We are getting multiple reports now of houses destroyed on the south side of Fayetteville as well.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That debris ball earlier on was massive. I'm not surprised. I'm just praying at this point we didn't have any, loss of life or any injuries or anything like that. Because obviously you can replace the house, you can replace your car and all that. You can't replace human life. So the biggest thing is we got to track. Yeah, go ahead, Derek. What you got?
It just so looking at what's going to be the eventual track of it, it just missed the University of Arkansas by less than 5 miles.
That's crazy.
So basically it looked like it crossed just where you get off there to go to the stadium.
Yeah.
They're along Highway 16 on the south side of town there. So right in between the Greenland area and the south side of Fayetteville is where it crossed there.
What was that, John? Was that your side? I don't know if you can, or is that on Discord? That might be on Discord. I'm still in the call on Discord. So, anywho, so that's from the update from there. The ongoing tornado warning down here near just east of the Fort Smith area is going to be crossing over Interstate 40 right now. We've got a track on it that's going to be for the Branch, Ratcliffe, Ozark, Denning, Coal Hill, Hartman, Ozone, Deer, and the Wayton area, excuse me. So those areas here, that's going to be for Franklin, Johnson, Newton, Northwestern, Polk County, POPE, and also Logan County here. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. These storms are moving at about 50 to 60 miles per hour. So you got to make sure that if you're taking shelter, you get there quickly. It's not a situation that you're going to see these tornadoes or anything like that. You need to be getting into shelter immediately at this point. Also, Derek, we're starting to get a really big flooding issue now across Crawford County and Sebastian County. So if you're traveling right now, for those that are in the Cedarville area, the Fort Smith area, folks, if you're traveling, if it can be put off to tomorrow, please do. If you have to get out, please remember to turn around and do not drown in those areas here. If you're under that flood warning right now across Crawford and Sebastian counties at this point. If you want to talk a little bit more about the rotation up there, I know near the Harrison area, we've got the Harrison Skycam up courtesy of Kaysen up there here. So,
all right, folks. So once again, you know, we are tracking a storm that has a history of producing damage, producing tornadoes across much of northwest Arkansas this evening. As a matter of fact, this storm is tracked from areas in central Oklahoma earlier today. So this is a long tracking supercell storm embedded within the main line of storm. And we've seen it take on several shapes, several designs throughout the course of its life cycle through the Ozark Mountain. Again, this is one of those situations where it is taking out all the myths of tornadoes don't affect valleys, don't affect mountains, etc. like that. We are seeing a prime example of tornadoes going through the mountains of northwest Arkansas once again. If you live in Alpena, if you live in Harrison, if you live in Bergman, Valley Springs, Pyatt, South Lead Hill, and Diamond City, you need to be in a safe place right now. Lowest level of your house, put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Knock on wood, so far our cap has remained strong for everybody else in the state. We've not had any cells develop ahead of the main line. This is a very volatile atmosphere that fortunately has remained. Yes, we've had tornadoes. Yes, we've had damage, but the ceiling for this event was very, very high coming into today.
Yeah.
Luckily, we have not seen that ceiling realize. All it takes is one storm, as we've seen this evening, to produce a bad day, but it can always be worse.
Yeah. So right now, other than that, other than 2 tornado warnings that we've got in place, I'm going to zoom this out, kind of put some minds at ease here, because we got a lot of folks that are probably wondering about Central Arkansas, Northeast Arkansas, Southern Arkansas, etc. These are the only storms in the state right now across western, northwestern Arkansas. These are the only ones up here that are ongoing right now. Everybody else, it's good to go. You know, if you're living in Little Rock, if you're in Arkadelphia, if you're, you know, Jonesboro, Helena, etc., you're good to go right now. These storms will eventually move east, but what's probably going to end up happening is they're going to stall out across western and northwestern Arkansas. You're going to have to watch for an intended tornado threat throughout the evening. And then what's going to happen is your nocturnal inversion is going to start to kick in across central and eastern Arkansas. What that means is there's going to be a cap put in place. And what's going to happen is these storms are going to move to the east and they're going to die off as they move off towards the east here, which will help the threat over in Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee for tomorrow. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I think that right now it's going to be mainly for our folks in western and northwestern Arkansas here. So that tornado warning up there in Carroll County, up there near the Harrison area, I think that's going to go until, give me just a bit. That's going to go until 9 o'clock. And then we have the other one over here that's going to go until 8:30. John, are they planning on extending this one for Franklin and Johnson County?
No, they're going to allow that one to expire. Looks like they're talking about the rivers. They're fixing to have some rivers that are going to have minor flooding. They're going to be cresting here momentarily.
Okay. So looks like that, because we got the Harrison camera up. I'm gonna leave the Harrison camera up, but we're getting a lightning show on the Solemn Springs one right now. I've got it pulled up on the thing up here. Derek, you want to talk a bit more about that Harrison one?
All right. So good thing is that what we've not seen on this storm is any debris balls since it left Madison County. So that's a very good thing so far. Again, it has gone northeast and now it's kind of turned a little bit east. So what that does is that basically tells us now that even though there could be a tornado in the storm, we are now also dealing with the possibility of very strong damaging winds. And as you can see, we have these kinks within this line. So even though it is producing, or has the history of producing a tornado, the good thing is we are seeing this transition, or at least this storm, transition into more of a damaging wind threat instead of a tornado threat, which is what we want to see. However, that being said, stay in your safe place. This storm has a history of producing damage. Again, Alpena, Harrison, Bergman, Pyatt, South Lead Hill, Diamond City. You need to be in a safe place right now. Lowest level of your house, put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Again, remember, this storm has a history of producing damage across much of northwest Arkansas this evening.
Yeah, so I want to give kind of a quick power outage update here. For those that are going to be
we have a new tornado warning coming out.
Top right corner of your screen, 34,000 customers without power up here in northwestern Arkansas. That is a combination of what happened earlier with the tornadoes and the straight line wind damage with this, the 60 to 70 mile per hour winds here. So further downstream, what I would recommend you do, make sure you charge your devices, make sure you have that stuff charged. Because
There's your tornado warning for Franklin County.
Tornadoes or not, it is going to be capable of producing straight line wind damage with this here. So I understand we do now have a new tornado warning that is going to go for Franklin County. By the way, it's going to go until 9 o'clock. But I just wanted to get that out because the power outage number is skyrocketing as we progress throughout the evening here. So that's going to be an issue for those that are watching this very, very closely here. Other than that, I will talk about the tornado warning in Franklin County here. That's going to go until 9 o'clock. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 5 miles north of Ratcliffe, moving east at 35 miles per hour. That's going to go for the Altus area, getting over towards Branch, Ozark, and the Meg area here. That's along Interstate 40, taking mile markers 39 and 42 in this area here. So just kind of echoing what we've been talking about. Make sure that you are taking your tornado precautions. If you are under this tornado warning right now, that's getting that center, most interior part of your home and putting as many walls for yourself and the outside as possible. Another thing I want to talk about too as well is these are not going to be supercell tornadoes here. This is not, like the monster wedge that you're going to see coming from like 20 miles away. This is going to be a situation where you're going to have a line of storms that are going to be embedded along the line. So pretty much what's going to happen is rotation develops, National Weather Service gets the warning out, and you only have a certain amount of time to seek shelter. So that's something that we've got to stress, especially moving forward now, because now we've transitioned from what it looked like multiple supercells going up over here in northwestern Arkansas to now a solid line of storms that you're going to have to watch on the leading edge for any kind of rotation potential here. So other than that, John, do you have anything that you've heard so far other than the damage from earlier? I hear myself for some reason.
I fixed the cameras.
Do what? I hear myself for some reason. I'm not sure why.
No, I fixed it for you.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. I hear myself for some reason in my.
I hear you too.
Yeah. Okay, so it was. Oh, okay. So I got you. Yeah, I got it. Okay, I got it taken care of. She's good now. All right. So, anyways, here. So I was hearing myself for some reason. I've got it muted. So she's good to go. So
The CC drop located near Altus.
Go ahead.
We have CC drop located near Altus.
That's going to be here. Yep. So that's going to be it right there. Another tornado. And this is the problem. That's the problem you're going to have tonight.
So this is
96.
so this is going to be to the east of Meg.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to go right for. You remember that highway that we got that supercell a couple of years ago? It's going to go past right there.
No, that's a little further north.
Oh, it's a little further north.
We were in
Darnell.
This in Clarksville.
Gotcha. Okay. So let me see here. It looks like the newest scan is going to be right in here. I'm going to go ahead and go back over to you. Go ahead. Yeah, I was saying you want to go ahead.
All right. So, not to take away from our folks over there along I-40 in the office.
Could be
area.
just the wind something going on with the wind.
Do what?
Okay, go ahead. You're okay. Yeah.
All right. But I want to not take away from our folks there, but from our folks in the Harrison area. Again, coming up here at 8:39, this line of storm is going to be approaching you again. We are still under a tornado warning. Continue to take that safe place on downstream. Gillville 908, Bull Shoals 911. On down towards Cotter at 918, Midway at 919, Mountain Home as we head towards the bottom of the hour, especially 1 hour from now, my folks in Mountain Home. That is how much time you have. This is your hour heads up to be ready to take shelter at a moment's notice. This line of storm has a history of producing tornadoes, damaging winds in excess of 80 miles per hour this evening, and lots of damage, folks. So again, this is one of those situations where, this is more of what we call the classic Arkansas severe weather event. The ones we've had early in the spring have been those classic plains setups. This is more of the classic Arkansas severe weather event where you deal with multiple different things.
Yeah. So that's pretty much for right now. The ongoing tornado warning over here, that's going to be south of the Ozark and the Altus area here. John, I know you had said something about that because it looked weird for a little bit. That debris indicated it may have been wind or it may have been a brief. If it did happen, it looks like it was a brief touchdown because the next scan it went away. So it's like pretty much right there on Highway 23. This is south of the interstate. This is going to be moving towards the Hartman, Clarksville, the Haggardville area here, going into Johnson County here. Especially it's going to cross over the interstate. So folks that are traveling right now between Knoxville, Clarksville, just to the east of Ozark, watch the storm very closely here. I mean, regardless if this thing was, because it looked weird for a second. Did the National Service say something about that, or?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that these type of tornadoes are going to have, they're going to spin up quickly, and there's not going to have a lot of indication for lead time for these things. So, it's just imperative that if there's a tornado warning for your area, just go ahead and take shelter immediately. There's not going to be very much lead time going forward through the night. They've canceled. They're going to be canceling the tornado warning for Boone County. It looks like the outflow is caught up and undercut the line. So we're just watching this down here in Franklin County now.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're just going to be watching out for these brief spin ups.
Okay. So I haven't heard, which is great news, by the way. I haven't heard any other information here. I'll double check a couple of things. Tornado warning still in place. Tornado warning for pause. It's going to go for Johnson, Logan, and Newton counties until 9:30 here. So, Derek, if you would take over just a little bit, I'm going to look at some data and see what we're going to look at for later on this evening.
So the good news is that the tornado warning for the Harrison area
Yeah,
has been dropped.
that's good.
So that is a very good thing. So we are continuing to track. So what I'm gonna do here now is zoom this out. Let's go to our little radar here. And what we're gonna do now is look at this entire line of storms from top to bottom here. Again, this goes all the way from just west of Mena, all the way up through Fort Smith area. On the east side of Fort Smith again, we still have our tornado warning here for the eastern parts of Franklin County. Once again, on up in towards Deer, and then of course, obviously on up towards the Harrison area as well. But once again, our strongest storm continues to be here just to the south of Ozark here, and just to the, now moving over the town of Altus. So let's go look at our velocity scan here. So again, not seeing anything significant there. Let's go to our debris indicator again. Not seeing anything as significant as it once was, which is a very good thing. But once again, continue taking those tornado precautions. Lowest level of your house, put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Again, this is a very dangerous situation. This is a line of storms that has a history of producing damage all across northwest Arkansas this evening. Again, if you live in the Altus area, you need to be taking those tornado precautions. Lowest level of your house, put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible.
Yep. So, John, have you heard anything? I haven't heard anything in terms of, and here's the, we don't hear anything. Good news, no news is good news. I will say this though, there is a big time lightning show going on up there in Salt Springs right now, with these storms that are pushing through here. So that's going to be that's gonna be a time lapse that we're gonna have again for our folks up there for the line of storms that push through here. I hate they have that power outage here, but you know, it's back online and everything like that here. So right now, other than that one tornado warning that's in place till 9 o'clock, I haven't really seen much. You know, a lot of storms push through, 60-mile-per-hour winds with this storm here. I will say that the power outages are mainly in Washington County. You know, I think it's from that tornado that pushed through earlier on here. It was 23,000 customers without power up there. Do me a favor, Derek. That right there where it says error, hit where it says continue. Yeah, there you go. And that should clear all that up over there. So other than that, that's pretty much it for right now here. Just waiting to see what happens out of this tornado warning at 9 o'clock. John, let me know if they plan on extending it, and then we'll just kind of watch some stuff closely here. Now, I did have a chance to peek at data for, you know, later on this evening into the night for those that are watching downstream. What happens is it gets very, very complicated. Line of storms pushes through, but it doesn't, it's weird. It's like this line of storms doesn't push through until like midnight. So it sits in northwestern Arkansas until that main forcing kicks in, and then it pushes off towards the east here. As far as tomorrow is concerned, there is some threat of severe weather across eastern, northeastern Arkansas, but I do believe that the bigger threat for that should be east of Arkansas, clearing the Mississippi River, because what happens in this situation is cold front comes in, pushes all this activity to the west, to the east, and we get a break from severe weather here. So it looked like it was going to be a pretty significant deal for Tuesday. It's now look like it's going to be for our folks out towards the east here. So Derek's getting a track on that. I was going to say I already got a track set up for the line of storms here. So it's going to go for if you want. I was going to clear this off if you want to talk about that track.
Yeah.
So
all right. So one thing that I'm going to go and put this here at about our 60 mile per hour. Again, my folks in Paris coming up now, folks. My folks in Fayetteville as we approach our 9 o'clock hour. Of course, on downstream towards Bull Shoals, Flippin, Marshall, Gassville, Mountain Home here as we approach our 9 o'clock hour. Again, folks, you know, this is turning into a line of storms, which is a good thing and what we want to see. However, that does not decrease our tornado threat. You know, let's go back again. Once again, you know, let's go back and look at this once again here for my folks here in the Altus area. Once again, you know, this is a very dangerous situation. We still have our tornado warning in effect on downstream towards Coal Hill, Clarksville, etc. You know, we still have that threat. You know, again, we still have damaging winds as a threat. Large hail, what we're starting to see is our large hail is starting to increase in these storms. What that means is that you have a lot of cold air aloft coming in.
Yep.
What that also means is that typically when your hail goes up, your tornado threat goes down in these storms. That's what we want to see. They're still going to be producing very, very strong damaging winds at 70 to 80 miles an hour, but they're also going to be producing as well the potential of 1 to 2 inch hail. So again, flash flood is a threat, damaging winds is a threat, large hail is a threat, and we still have to deal with that tornado threat as well.
Yeah.
But again, tornado threat is starting now. I'm going to key phrase here: starting to become more of a decreasing threat.
Yeah.
That being said, we still have several more hours to go before we can say, hey, the tornado threat is less.
So I will say this, I won a couple of things here. Number one, the Harrison camera. I mean, it's an absolute lightning show right now. Like I said, just quick shout out to the Harrison weather camera up there. I know Kason. He appreciate you for letting us show this camera on air. Regardless, the tornado warning up there has been dropped. The only tornado warning in place right now is going to go for Franklin and Franklin County. But you can see the line of storms pushing through here. Wow, that was right. That's a big old lightning show up there in the Harrison camera right now. We're also getting it on our Siloam Springs camera as well here. So for right now, Mainly it's going to be for the potential of hail and also the potential of 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. Once this tornado warning has been dropped, unless there's additional tornado warnings that get issued, we are going to kind of revert back to our 24/7 network. Keep in mind, if you're watching this on Roku, Fire TV, YouTube TV, etc., you can always watch our ongoing Arkansas weather 24/7 here, guys. So right now, biggest thing is, like I said before, still watching this tornado warning over here as well here. Something that we just have to keep an eye on as it continues to move out towards the east here. So tornado possible still makes effect on Logan, Johnson, and Newton counties. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it for right now. Unless, John, you've got something you need to report from National Weather Service here. So, I don't know if you can still hear me.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't have any updates or reports. I'm just trying to watch from a couple of different angles on some rotation, circulation, possible circulations. But I mean, by the time one scan shows the circulation, the next scan is gone. So just have a little bit of a different.
Yep, it's one of those situations where rotation pops up, they get the warning out, then it's gone to next scan, and then it starts coming back. We're transitioning to more what's called a QLCS type situation here, where you have to watch the leading edge of the line for areas of rotation here. So pretty much we'll be here, planning on being here for all tonight to kind of monitor this line of storms as it continues to push off to the east here. Okay, so other than that, I haven't. Like I said before, good news. No news is good news. I haven't heard outside of what happened earlier on in Washington County with that monster tornado that happened. I haven't heard anything else. That's good news. In situations like this, it appears that the line of storms is now we're transitioning from what it looked like a really significant tornado threat to now a straight line wind threat with the hail potential here. So something that we'll have to kind of monitor very closely throughout the night, especially downstream. I'm going to kind of talk about this as well, the tornado watch that is in place here. So let's go back over to this. I'm going to go over to the tornado watch real quickly here. So there we go. All right. So did he?
We have a new tornado warning for Marion and Boone County.
Yeah. I figured out what's coming with that rotation up there. Did he just turn off his? I'm not sure if he turned off his camera or not.
It may have had power
issue. Yeah. And that's going to be the story tonight. So folks that are watching this right now, we'll have to watch it closely here, but I'm getting very concerned about the power outage right here. You're now up to 35,000 people without power up there in northwestern Arkansas here. So, John, if you want to talk more about that tornado warning, before that's going to go for Marion and Boone County.
Yeah, so this tornado warning it has been issued for. Well, I lost it.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure if it. Let me double check to make sure. Let me refresh my alert bar. To see if it's... No, so there's not. So right now, I don't see a.
So the tornado warning has been canceled for Franklin.
Looks like it's been canceled. Yeah, I was gonna say. Let me see something quick. I'm trying to figure out his camera too, because right now looks like it's it's offline. Yeah, it went offline. He's having some power issues up there. So that's the name of the game right there. That's been the issue today is we've been having these power issues with the cameras here. So let me go back here. Let me go back and put the Solemn Springs camera up. And I'm gonna put it in its place here until he gets it back online. So we'll put this right here, and that's gonna be it here, guys. So that's the Solemn Springs camera. Too far away for the Little Rock camera, the Truman, and the West Helena camera right now. But we've got the one from Solemn Springs here. That's gonna kind of give you guys a visual of what's going on here. So it looks like you got and keep in mind this is 8 o'clock at night. You've got a sunset going on back out here, so it just tells you that you're moving into the summertime. Your sunset's becoming later here in Arkansas. So other than that, right now it looks like go ahead.
Yeah, so we're watching this cluster of storms in Oklahoma. It's going to be is that Heavener, Oklahoma?
Heavener, yeah, that's west of. That's going to be over here, west of Scott County.
Yeah, so we're watching the circulation that's coming into southwest Scott County.
Mm-hmm.
So as it's moving towards the Arkansas border, It looks like it's picking up some circulation and rotation going on.
Yeah, we'll hang tight because if that happens, it's going to be a tornado warning for Scott County. So I'll go ahead, since there's no ongoing tornado warnings here, I'll go ahead and kind of get that ready to go. Let me do this. So there's your area of rotation. I'm going to kind of put it on a track, 50 miles per hour. Waldron, 932. The Bulls area coming in around 932 as well. That's going to be around Highway 71. Let's see, that's County Road 43, and that's going to be just to the north and west of Highway 270 over here as well. So. Let me see here. I haven't heard anything else. I'll double check a couple of things here in terms of the media reports and everything like that. So, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on it here for tomorrow. Over there in Eastern Arkansas, Northeastern Arkansas, that line of storms that pushes through. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it for at least for right now. I'm gonna wait and see what they end up doing with that particular storm here coming out of Eastern Oklahoma, and see if they go torn with that. If they do it, it's gonna go for Western Scott County. John, do you know if they're going to put a tornado warning out for there or what?
They're just watching it right now for southwest of Scott County. Haven't utilized much, but worth posting an agreement. Possible tornado warning reported next 60 minutes. Possibility of a tornado warning or report in the next 60 minutes. Let me send this to you so you can see what I'm talking about here.
Yep. So let me see here. I think that is. I haven't seen anything else. I know power outages are still there. Other than that,
just flooding issues as well. Continue to have flooding problems.
Yeah, that's gonna be the case tonight. Looks like we're starting to kind of transition. That's what I mean. We're transitioning from what looked like a pretty significant event in terms of tornadoes. They're now looking at damaging winds and hail and the flooding threat here. It looks like the flood warnings are starting to pile up here in northwestern Arkansas. Already got a flash flood warning in place for Franklin, Crawford, Sebastian, and got some folks over here in eastern Oklahoma as well here. So other than that, for right now, we're gonna hang tight. Probably call it at about 9 o'clock. See what they're gonna end up doing with this particular storm. And then we can go from there. Derek, if you got anything.
Yeah, so they've issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Yale, Montgomery, Logan, Polk, Polk, and Scott County.
Okay.
There's thunderstorm warning. So they're just still watching the circulation crossing over 59.
Okay. So
looks like this. Looks like. Go ahead.
It's starting to transition more to a wind and hail threat versus a tornado, which is great news. This is what we want to see. You don't want to see a bunch of tornado warnings all over the place. This is becoming more of a messy mode, line of storms pushing through, and that's
which is also, Cameron, it's also very indicative of a summertime pattern, compared to the typical, typical of our springtime that we've seen pretty much all spring long.
Yeah.
Seeing this transition to more of a linear mode is kind of what you want to see, especially as you transition in the summertime. What I mean is, yes, that still increases your damage and wind threats, but also what it does is it takes out that equation of where the anxiety is the most when it comes to our tornado risk. And we've had a lot of them this year. We have 44 coming into today. I'm certain we will approach the 50 mark before all is said and done. So again, that being said, but just again, like we've said, we're here for all 75 counties in Arkansas. This has been an ongoing situation. It's been a long spring, but once again, we've gotten through it together like we always do. And, again, we're going to be here all night long as conditions warrant, because again, this is just one of those things that, every event in Arkansas, for some reason, we cannot get out of a nocturnal event. It's just how things go in the natural state. But once again, we're gonna stay with you here through it as long as conditions warrant.
Yep. So, we're gonna call it about 9 o'clock. I want to see if they're gonna. John, let me know. Are they planning on going to warn for that rotation, or they're just gonna let it go? I can't hear you for some reason.
They're not tagging it as tornado possible.
Okay. Okay, looks like we're good for right now here. So, what's the progress with Jamie, by the way?
She's still over there at Prairie Grove and
Okay.
London area. So.
Okay. Have we heard anything, any more information from there, or
No.
it's just okay? All right, cool. So, other than that, for at least for right now, this looks like we could probably just break away. Looks like this is just mainly a line of storms that's producing wind damage, 60-mile-per-hour winds, large hail. Nothing tornadic with this just yet. I'm just buying time because I've got a feeling we're gonna get off the live stream and this is gonna go full warn.
Yep.
Right here, Highway 28 and 378.
One thing I've noticed, if you look at the Fort Smith area, outflow boundary has developed on this line of storms.
Yeah, that will do it. So why is that important to Arkansas? It's because if an outflow boundary has been released from these storms, you can kiss that tornado threat goodbye, pretty much. Obviously, you'll still have a couple areas you have to watch on the leading edge, but if that outflow boundary is ahead of the storms, this will mainly be a damaging wind and large hail threat. Obviously, there may be a tornado or two, but nowhere near the significant tornado outbreak that we were looking at earlier on.
Right.
This will mainly be a wind damage, large hail threat. Regardless, you'll still see severe weather, and you'll still see storms during the overnight hours here. But that will you'll start going down a hill, pretty much. You'll start going down to more of a wind and hail threat when you'll have to watch for an intended tornado threat. But other than that, that's pretty much it for at least for right now. So. All right, let me see here. So, few warn on forecast members. Okay, so not a strong sitting over something to be aware of. We'll have to watch a few cells develop ahead of the draw line back out to the west. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it for at least for right now here. Yep. So, John, just for reassurance, they're not planning on going full warn for that.
Yeah, they're not making any comments on it.
Okay, awesome. So,
all right. So what we're gonna do? So we're gonna reset a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull away. Actually, go back to our our 24/7 live coverage on YouTube, on Fire TV and Roku. And then what we're gonna do is give our team a chance to reset a little bit. Take a little bit of a mental break, and then as conditions warrant, updates on the page will continue. And of course, we will be back live as needed all night long.
Right. Okay. I was gonna say get your water.
There you go.
So you're good. But other than that, folks, kind of want to clarify. We have YouTube, Fire TV, and Roku 24/7, so we're not going anywhere. Facebook will have radar updates pretty much every 30 minutes or so. So if you need that information, check us out on Roku, Fire TV, and also one of my guys, if you could post that link, the YouTube 24/7 link in the comments, go check that out as well. That is always going 24/7 with radar, warnings, any information that you need here, guys. And also we'll have the Skycam playing and everything like that here. So other than that, I think that's pretty much it. John, do you have anything you need to report?
Yeah, I don't see any updates coming out yet. I think that circulation has kind of gotten weak.
Okay.
That's coming into Arkansas. I think it's just going to be a straight line winds, some hail threat.
Yeah. Okay. So other than that, I think that's pretty much it for at least for right now here. I see where's that? Okay, that's in Missouri. All right. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much all we got for right now. Obviously, we'll be here, and if any additional tornado warnings get issued, we'll be here and give you guys an update right here.
For all things Arkansas weather.